No, no, I did the wrong things. I did all the wrong things. Right, let's go over to just chatting. I was recording, and so I messed with my audio settings. There should be like minor music playing right now. Hi, you have a voice. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, so that should have played a sound. It's super quiet, but I think there is. Yeah, the music in this is just already kind of super quiet. Um, I have it maxed out on OBS, which I'm not going to keep it there just in case. There. Oh, really? Is that good? Is that like a good volume? I'm gonna see where my voice hits. My voice hits at about 20-ish. I'm gonna try and keep this at maybe like 30. Slightly on the loud side, but reasonable, because I had it like all the way blasted. So I think maybe right around 30 should be where it hits a good point, maybe. But okay, good to know. Good to know. We got that there. We got that going there. Now it's slightly on the quiet side, but reasonable. I don't want it combating my voice, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. But as long as like I'm clearly separate from the brain music, from the music, I'm good. You are very audible. Yeah, no, it's how I do. Although last week you were telling me I'm very quiet, so yeah, no, is how I do. I also just had something in my head. I just had something. Oh, Glitch Kitten's broken. Yeah, once Syl starts, we'll see how quiet you are. Computer volume is 20% right now. Okay. Okay. I feel like that's not terrible. But yes, Glitch Kitten's gonna be broken because I broke my what's it called? The Dumon or something. Whatever Glitch Kitten's attached to, so I need to figure that out. But we are gonna have the little dragon for the entirety of the game. I listen to Syl and Josh normally at 8% computer volume, so well, that's only like a 120% difference. So what? So what? Oh my gosh, I had something else I wanted to say. Oh, that's right, we're unboxing something. That's right. Oh, hang on. Wait, I put it over here. Nope, I took it into the bedroom. I took it into the bedroom. Also, thanks, Botrix, for joining chat correctly, like, freaking 8 minutes into the stream. Okay. Give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, and I'm gonna go get the package that I have to open. Ah, yes, that's what it is. It's Capamon. Uh-huh. I have returned. I have returned. Alright, so I'm gonna keep the music at 25, but we're gonna cut it for right now. And I have this thing, which I don't think has my address on this side. No, okay, I didn't just dox myself. Cool. So, fun facts. I am not. I just realized that Lizzie's mealworms are right next to my desk. That makes me feel great. Okay, cool. Um, this stream is not sponsored. I just happen to be playing the same game from someone that sent me something, which was totally coincidental. Not at all, not at all a paid promotion or anything. Um, although I feel like I should list this person as a paid sponsor of the channel because they've provided me so much value. Um, and money has been a part of that, technically. But yes, this was sent to me by Bob C Games, and I was under the impression it was something super tiny, but this is clearly not super tiny. um, wow, okay. And in the spirit of half of the gifts that he gives me, half of the time they're like yearning Yags based stuff. So things that have Adam on them or things that have yeah, about half the stuff. Or things that have, I mean, I have some stuff here. I have like the Zen coloring book. I have lost that. I have some sketches of Adam in various forms. You know, all cool things, all very cool things from the Yags universe. And then about okay, but also I gift you a lot of Nate stuff. Well, that is also true. Oh, I also have where did you go? I just had you. I just saw your torn face right here. Eh. I do also end up getting a lot of like Nate stuff who I can't stand, but is technically still considered cool Yag things. And then about the other half of the time, when I'm sent things from Bob, they're some sort of a troll. Like the streamers against salt stickers. And can we guess which one this is? It's a troll. So, so you mean truth, not troll. Uh-huh. Yeah, they're hard truths. I mean, technically, in certain lights, some things I suppose are true. For instance, this gift. This gift, Bobsy Games was lovely enough to come and have a visit with me. Um, and during that, he took roughly 2,000 photos of me. And one of them was this lovely photo. Don't truly remember the context of that, but yeah, I know this was when we were in the mountains, and I had almost essentially poisoned an entire town's drinking water by accident. Oh, good, it printed reasonably well. Yeah, I'd say this printed reasonably well. Yeah. I'd have to, like, even it out. I mean, it's kind of supposed to be sideways. Yeah. That is great. That is my new going out to fancy tea parties shirt. Okay. Um, I honestly don't know what I was expecting. I knew it should have been some kind of a troll. Oh, this is just great. This is just amazing. I have it like in like teeny tiny little form. Ah, perfect. Well, whatever it was, my plan was to wear it on stream, so I guess I'm gonna wear it. Hang on. Sorry, merman. I just tossed my shirt that I was wearing on Merlin. And there we go. Oh, you can only really see my face. There we go. The oopsie pat shirt. Oh, that's great. I want to see if Dorian will let me wear this in public. And also it kind of fits well. I'm the worst part, my face. I know. It actually is not a bad fit though. Good call, Bob. Right. I'm actually gonna show it. Am I? I still haven't cleaned the area around my desk. I'm gonna try and show it like in its entirety. I'm surprised that this fits as well as it does. I'm sort of nervous to put it in like the washing machine now. Ugh. But yes, thank you. Thank you for that. So what are we doing today? We're gonna be playing a Bob C Games game. Where did my other headphone go? Whatever, it's fine. We can do it with just the one. Yes, we're playing ZAGS, the role we play, which is apparently an RPG, which I'm not sure I've played many of, to be totally honest. But yeah, so it's essentially it takes place during, I think, then would make sense if it's ZAGS. Yeah, it takes place during Zen, and it's from Jake's perspective, or like what was going on with him, because I don't think we see much of Jake in all of ZAGS. Now that I think about it, we kind of see him a little bit because Carlos starts like playing games and stuff, so we kind of see him. Also, Bob ended up actually catching something in my chat. He's getting oddly better at this. I need to get better at cheating the system. I'm also so confused what's up with my camera. Anyway, let's get playing. Yeah, and I put dragon in the corner, and there are like cute little things that you can do. Yes, daddy. Um there are cute little things that you can do with the dragon in the points menu. And I think I should have, if they're all still 250 points, that's a mistake. They should be like 50 or something. But there you go. Oh, there's supposed to be sound with that. There we go. Did we hear the tail end of the sound? I realized I still had that muted. Eh, you know. Okay, and then the music still should be hitting about 35-ish, so it shouldn't compete with my voice and should be a reasonable sound quality. I also want to adjust to where you see my actual face and not just my shirt face. Shirt face. That sounds like a weird new slur I might start using. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do the... Everything is actually working. Perfect, it is. Go ahead and do the prologue. Jake heads out from his dorm room on Saturday morning to meet Nate for breakfast. Disgusting. See you later, shirt face. Exactly. Then that's two slurs in one, calling someone sill and then calling them, or I guess using sill as a verb? Yeah, as a verb. See you later, shirt face. Boy. Oh, also, congratulations on first. I guess we're now engaged again. So I'm gonna have to break off my engagement with Syl. That's gonna be an awkward conversation later. F's for Syl. F's for my engagement to Syl. Nate, gross. Nate's waiting outside the building where he and Dan live. He smiles at Jake when he sees him. Good morning, babe. Dan left his key card again, and as much as it would serve him right to not be able to get back in while we're out, we should probably make a stop to drop it off before we eat. Is that okay? Hang on, before I continue, because I realize this instantly starts with Dan. Bob, is there any setting that I should have for this that maybe I don't have or did not put correctly? Just yes, turn on underwear. I did do that. I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Do the just chatting thing for a minute again. Okay, yes, I did do that. Yeah. Nate nods and holds his hand out, and Jake takes it. Being comforted by his boyfriend's touch and swallowing the nervousness he always feels whenever Dan comes up. The two of them start walking toward the student center. Why? Why does Jake like Nate? Why? I don't... Okay. He's at Q&A. You can wait in the hallway or outside the building if you'd like. Jake feels the nervousness bubbling up again at that. He hadn't ever actually been to the campus LGBT organization's room yet. The closest he'd come was a few abortive attempts where his nerves got the better of him in the hallway. Fair. We went through that. We went through that with Carlos, and we went through that with Chris. After that, he'd started dating Nate, and hadn't felt as much of a need to find a group of other queer people. Besides, his close friend Chris had come out when he had, and they'd had some conversations too. Despite all of that, his curiosity gets the better of him, and he decides that having Nate there would make everything okay. I'd kind of like to see what it's like, actually. Nate nods and squeezes his hand. Dan says that Carlos took over last year since Liz and Liz are graduating soon. Sorry, not that that really means anything to either of us, since neither of us spends time at Q&A or attends the Saturday meetings. Jake remembers that Carlos is Chris's old roommate Adam's best friend, and also one of the many people that Dan regularly hooks up with. But is still a little surprised by the news. Carlos had always come across to him as nervous about his sexuality, despite his activities with Dan. That still, gets me. You've been to Q&A before, right? I have. I went a couple times my freshman year, but it didn't feel like something I needed to keep doing. Dan needed an environment where he could be even more unapologetically gay, I think. But I've always found it a little strange to associate based on sexual orientation. I don't like you, sir. I don't like you, and that's probably not ever gonna change. I will say, this always was a thing for me. I felt like it was very strange to have Pat disapproves. No, Pat disapproves of Nate. I will say, I always thought it was weird when, like, gay people would only have, like, other large gay or, like, queer friend groups. And in my brain, I'm like, oh, that's just like a giant, like, hookup pile or something. And I sort of had, like, Jake's mindset where I'm like, well, I have a boyfriend. I don't really need to be, like, out meeting other gay people. If I meet someone and they're gay, then fine. But, like, you know, I'm fine. I don't need that in my life. And then, like, as I got older, I'm like, oh, wait, hello! Um, hello, thank you for following, Nexon? Sure, we're gonna go with Nexon, unless you'd prefer Mary. Welcome on in. We're talking LGBT and weird unpopular opinions. But yeah, so I had very much Jake's mentality about it, where I was like, I don't need to meet other gay people. And then as I like grew up, I'm like, oh, that's right. Other like people in the LGBT community have like shared experiences with me and have similar mindsets based on similar things from our past and from our life. Yeah, I think I never appreciated how important queer spaces or queer friend groups are when I was younger. But also, I think people need friends and friend groups that aren't solely based around sexuality. So it's a weird line. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It's not, like, I appreciate being your friend. And obviously we connected over like a gay shared space, but like our friendship I think has fostered because we also have other things in common and are comfortable talking and all of that good stuff, in the same way that like Matt and I have a friendship not because we're like queer in different ways, but because we had a similar connection. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's interesting. So both of these are kind of, like you said, a weird lines. Like Jake's on one side, Nate's kind of on the other, and there's, it has its place for both. I will say that I feel like Nate is the exact proof of what I was saying, though, where like he kind of wants to just have gay friends to hook up with them, i.e. Dan, and other people that he actively cheats on Jake with. Anyway, moving on. Based on sexual orientation. Jake thinks over the words a bit and realizes they're a fairly accurate representation of his feelings too. I feel the same way. I tried to go a couple times but got too nervous, and then I had you and Chris and it felt like I didn't need that anymore. Nate smiles at him. Don't get me wrong, I'm really glad Q&A exists as a resource for people who need it. And for people who need it, they're so much better. And I don't just mean people like Dan, but it's just not for me. Jake nods as they arrive at the door to the student center. Nate looks at him with concern. You sure, babe? Are we gonna walk in and Dan's gonna be doing something? Love Dan. More power to Dan. But I feel like that's a very possible instant intro into this. Jake releases Nate's hand and nods. Yeah. Oh, okay, no. I like this already. He follows Nate upstairs and down a hallway, and they stand together in the doorway of a room with a large pride flag on the wall. He recognizes Carlos at the front of the room speaking. And the final thing for today is that we're having a Halloween party this Wednesday. I'm also gonna chalk that up to coincidence. We're having a Halloween party this Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. A sexy costume party. Jake looks over at the source of the voice to see Dan sitting on a couch, grinning at Carlos. He recognizes James sitting next to Dan, the blonde man, seemingly uncomfortable at Dan's mere presence. Dude. Everyone wear your sexiest costumes. Show lots of skin. Yep. Uh-huh. Costumes are optional, and please remember school guidelines for appropriate clothing around campus. Oh, Carlos, you embodied Liz, like, hard. Okay. Jake notices that Carlos seems to glance over at a woman in the corner as he speaks, and she nods approvingly. Aw, where's the fun in that? And with that, unless there are any other topics to discuss... Carlos waits for a few seconds, looking around the room. He seems to perk up as he spots Jake and Nate standing in the doorway. He doesn't say anything. Then that's it for today. Please have a great rest of your Saturday. Good job. Good job, Carlos. You got that down. Oh. Having played through the rest of this now, I'm like, God, what a man. Anyway. Nathan! Jake cringes at Dan's voice. Nate gently pulls Jake into the room as the other people pack up and pass them as they leave. And Dan comes up to them grinning. Look who decided to come today. Although we can definitely make you come later, too. You forgot your card again, Daniel. Sure. I know you just couldn't get enough of me. Nate tosses his card to him. Goodbye, Dan. Wait, you two are coming to the party on Wednesday, right? I don't think so, but I can't wait to see your idea of a sexy costume. Oh, come on, Jacob. I'm sure you'd love to dress up and pick out something nice for your boy. That's not my name. Jake mumbles under his breath, trying to decide the best way to leave, when Carlos comes to his rescue. He would leave them alone. Are you gonna make it worth my while? I'll wear a costume to the Halloween party. Does that count? A sexy costume? Goodbye, Dan. Nate turns to leave, and Jake follows him out the door. Sorry about that, babe. Dan's a lot, as I know you know, but he's especially a lot at Q&A. Nate looks apologetic, but Jake shakes his head. It's okay. Nate nods and takes his hand again, and they walk together down the hallway, but Jake can't stop thinking about the party for some reason. I've never been to a costume party before. Nate stops walking and smiles at him. I haven't either. It could be fun to make a costume, and we know a lot of people there. Carlos, and James, and Dan. You could see if Chris wanted to go too, since he and James are dating. Uh-huh. I can help hold off Dan all night, and we could find somewhere quiet off to the side and play some board games or something. Jake smiles, feeling a bit more comfortable with the idea now. That could be nice. Do you want to go to the thrift store and look for some costume stuff after breakfast? It'll be like a craft project. Jake feels like he's maybe getting a little too excited about the idea. Oh my god, he's so cute. Nate chuckles and squeezes his hand before looking up and nodding at someone walking toward them. Good morning, Adam. Adam, Carlos's best friend and roommate, stops walking and smiles at them. Hi, Adam. Hi, Adam. Hey, dude, I was just heading to meet Carlos so we could go to breakfast. Adam seems to smile at someone. My contact is freaking out and is betraying me. Adam seems to smile at someone over Jake's shoulder, and Jake turns to see Chris, who walks towards them. Meeting James, dude? Chris nods before smiling at Jake. Yeah, are we still playing board games this afternoon, Jake? Jake finds he'd forgotten about his plans for the day in his eagerness. Oh, yeah, we should be done by then. Chris nods and Jake still feels the need to explain. Q&A is apparently having a costume oh my goodness. He's cute that he needs to, like, continue an explanation when no one questioned him. Q&A is apparently having a costume party for Halloween next week, and I thought it might be fun to make a costume, so Nate and I are going to the store after breakfast, but we should be done by then. You should come, Chico. Carlos comes up behind Chris, grinning at Adam. The last costume party I attended was the toga party at the frat house, and I'm not eager for a repeat of that. Because advancing the plot. Keep up, Patrick. Of course, because advancing the plot. Also, fun fact. I did almost go to a costume party at a gay bar in a toga. But it was, like, frigidly freezing. And yeah, no, didn't end up working. I had to pick a different. I don't even remember what I ended up going as. I just remember I was upset that I couldn't go as that. So, yeah, fun little thing there. I run Q&A, dude. There won't be any alcohol there, and it'll be an excuse for you to dress up like a doctor, which I know you've been wanting to do. Jake vaguely remembers that Adam is looking at med school after graduation. Adam actually seems to be considering Carlos's words. Well, maybe. Oh, I would have loved to see people's idea of costumes. There's a meme that's like gay costumes, and it's all just a harness and underwear. I mean, okay, so fair, but there's also like women, like straight women's idea of a costume in like a bar or something is like sexy cat ears, and then essentially like lingerie. So, meh, you know. Actually, I feel like there were a few costumes there that were relatively decent. I just was upset that mine got... Oh, that's right, I went as a devil. Yeah. I went as like a pretty poorly done up devil because we were pretty much like heading out the door and we had gotten a car that night, I think. And yeah, I was like, nope, I need to change. Like, this is freezing. And so I just put on like black and red and then like horns, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I have pictures from that. Well, maybe. If all of you were going, I could probably talk James into going. We'd ordered matching costumes just to wear that day, but it'd be nice to have something to wear them to. Fair, I feel like that's, I don't know, I have my own like thing where every Halloween I wear a costume. Even if I'm not going anywhere, just because of like tradition and superstition and yada yada. But it always feels better when I'm like, oh, other people will see me in a costume, so this will be more fun for some reason. That's the spirit. Adam pats Carlos's shoulder. Oh my goodness. I'm curious what the... Yep! The gay Halloween costume guide. Witch, zombie, vampire, and Marie Antoinette. Yeah, those all seem pretty accurate. One as a devil, so you're saying you didn't bother dressing up or changing your personality at all? You know it, baby. Anyway, breakfast, dude? I'll catch all of you later. Have a nice meal, Carlos. Have a nice meal, Carlos and Adam. I don't know why that comma threw me off. Jake watches Adam and Carlos walk off down the hallway together. Chris seems to visibly perk up at something, and Jake follows his gaze to see James and another man walking out of the Q&A room together, talking about something. Is it Malik? Yeah. If you're sure. Oh, honey, you really don't have to worry about me. Liz does enough worrying already. Still. The two of them stop near Jake, Nate, and Chris, and James smiles at them. Hi. The other man holds out his hand in Jake's direction as James moves next to Chris and takes his hand. I don't believe we met, sweetie. I'm Malik. Oh, I'm Jake. Jake shakes his hand. Were you interested in the Halloween party, James? James shrugs. Maybe? Jake said he and Nate were thinking about going. Well, if all you beauties will be attending, maybe I should consider it myself. Jake blushes. Okay. Then perhaps we'll see all of you at the party? It was nice seeing you again, Chris, James, and Malik. Nate takes Jake's hand again, and they continue down the hallway. See, I already envision who he's cheating on Jake with now. Are we headed to the buffet? Is that okay? Of course, babe. Their breakfast seems to be better than their dinners anyway. It's really hard to mess up breakfast food. Not impossible, but really hard. Jake nods, walking with Nate to the dining hall, but his mind is already brainstorming ideas for costumes. Oh, I'm so curious. I have a feeling it's gonna be like Nyan Cat. Just from Just from the opening screen. Title screen. There we go. Orange juice topped pancakes. Actually, you'd be surprised. That doesn't sound terrible. It sounds like it would be soggy, but I feel like it would be like sweet with like a certain either sourness or tartness depending on the type of orange juice you get that kind of like cuts through it. Not a deal breaker pancake. Please don't have orange juice top pancakes. Just throwing that out there. Jake knocks on the door to Dan and Nate's room, nervously waiting and trying to detangle the long streamers of his costume hanging down from his back. Oh god. He'd almost tripped over them a few times on the way here, and he's telling himself he should ask Nate for scissors or something to cut them shorter when the door opens. Oh, okay. I mean, ew. Gross. Nate. Hey babe, we're almost ready to go. I'm just waiting on Dan. Bro, you wanted everyone to be in a costume. What's up? I don't know what that word is or how to pronounce it. I'm gonna say Szechuan? Juan? Peppercorn waffles. Alright. The first word makes me super nervous. The second word makes me feel like it's just gonna add like a little heat to the waffle. And in this moment, I want to say that it wouldn't be a deal breaker. But they're a peppercorn that makes your mouth numb and screws up your senses of taste. Really? I wonder what that would do to me. So it'd make the rest of the meal weird. They're delicious? Are they? I don't know how to read that. I feel like it would be an interesting taste experiment to try that with me, considering my taste is what it is. Because of reasons. No, like, legitimately I love them, and hubby is horrified by them. Well, that doesn't shock me. Oh wait, I feel like you had mentioned this before. I feel like you mentioned this when you were here. Huh. Would be interesting to try. But the disclaimer that it messes, like, it screws up your sense of taste. How long does that last? Is it just like a pretty instant sensation? Is it like while you're eating it? Does it last for like hours, or does it just like chemical burn your mouth and that's it? You're done. Dan appears next to him in the doorway. Only because you insisted I wear normal clothes instead of my costume for the walk there. Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. You really should have a backup costume, Dan. I really don't think Liz is going to approve. I am so interested in what this is now. Well, good thing Liz isn't in charge anymore, and Carlos will appreciate it. Jake tries to decide whether he should ask what Dan's costume is, but he decides against it, figuring he'll see it soon anyway. I'm going to assume it's not much. Not much. Anyway, let's go crash the party, huh? You're invited. How can you crash a party you're invited to? It lasts like 30 minutes. Okay. I feel like maybe I couldn't handle that for a meal, but I feel like it would be interesting to try with something that I wouldn't be scarred if like the flavor palette gets ingrained funny in my brain. Nate shakes his head, taking Jake's hand. They walk towards the student center together, with Dan following behind them. It's not crashing a party if you've been invited to it. Alright, Nate, you need to quit, like, stealing my lines. Okay? You're not getting on my good side if you say the thing that I say after I say it. Okay? You're just looking like a poser now. God. Maybe I'll go crash some frat parties tonight. See what they think of my costume. I am so curious. Jake swallows his nervousness again as he and Nate walk into the Q&A room, Dan having headed to a nearby bathroom instead to change. Oh, okay. Interesting. Carlos, a woman, and someone dressed as a ghost are the only 3 people in the room. The woman looks over at them as they walk in. Nate, and you must be Jake. Nate smiles as she gives him a hug. It's nice to see you again, Liz. I assume that's Liz in the ghost costume. The woman nods and gives Jake a hug too. It is. I'm Liz and this is my girlfriend Liz. Most people call me Liz G and call her Liz B, since it can be confusing otherwise, but we're both Liz, so that's fun. Jake nods as the ghost comes up to them. I like your costume, Jake. Oh, thank you. He's proud of how it had turned out, but still blushes at the compliment. You're the cat from the internet video, aren't you? Nyan cat. Nyan cat. Yes. Except he's like missing the ears. Yeah, the Mew cat. Mew cat? The Mew cat? Wait. What? Something copyright. Got it. Okay. That makes more sense. I was about to be very I know you're a 50-year-old dude and whatever, but I figured that you at least understood, like, relevant things from the internet around this time. Well, it's adorable. I'm Marilyn Monroe. You'll never guess what I am. Carla seems to be staring at Nate, contemplative. Okay, I give up. Your costume looks really familiar, Nate, but I can't quite place it. Okay, wait, no, I got this. It has the holsters, the big belt buckle, kind of dirty, the cuff. Okay. Oh, I'm Nathan Blake from the upcoming video game Undiscovered. He came to mind because of the name. Of course. And it seemed like something I could reasonably find clothes for on short notice. Really? Uh-huh. Nate going as Nathan Blake? That's like me going as Patrick Starr. Okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. That's like I already have like super pale complexion, so I just need to throw some pink on me and then just put on green shorts. Yeah, super cool. Huh, I get the joke. Oh, right. I've been seeing ads for that, and some brothers have talked about it at the house. You did a good job, dude. So easily impressed. He's just being polite, sir. Jake looks Carlos over, trying not to stare at Carlos's revealing swimwear and his bare midriff as he reads Carlos's shirt. It's the Olympics, right? 2004 Olympics? Athens Olympics? Are you some Olympic swimmer? He's Michael Phelps. Or just an Olympic swimmer is fine. It doesn't have to be Michael Phelps. Help me get some more of the snacks set out, babe. It's a little hard to maneuver in this. Yeah, you're wearing just a whole ass sheet over yourself, woman. You could cut armholes in the sides. Lisby seems to object, but the Lizzies head back to a corner of the room with a table set with some soda and bowls for snacks. I'm glad you two could make it. Thanks for having us, Carlos. It's a university-funded event, technically, since we're a university-funded organization, so I'm not having you as much as the entire university is having you. In the butt, it's an orgy. Yep, and I take it without that setting, the shorts are gone, because that is technically a school-appropriate costume for a lot of universities. I have seen that costume or similar in college. Dan walks through the door wearing a giant fig leaf over his underwear and nothing else. Let me guess. You're either Adam or Steve. Dan, I thought we'd agreed you'd wear shorts at least with that. I mean, underwear is kind of shorts. But then it wouldn't be as sexy. Nate just sighs as Dan looks Carlos over leeringly. And that's way too much clothing, Carlos. This is supposed to be a sexy costume party. You're a swimmer, right? Swimmers don't wear shirts. I mean, actually... I'm Michael Phelps, and I would appreciate it if you'd wear a little bit more than that since we're in a public space. Okay, well, Carlos, now you're splitting hairs. My butt and crotch are covered. It's not my fault you're staring. You know? He makes a point. Technically, all of the required pieces are covered by his costume. Besides, I'm Adam from the Bible, and Adam doesn't wear anything at all, so I'm significantly more dressed than he ever was. Well, I mean, until after, like, the first couple days in the garden. But yeah, sure, okay. Sure, that's, yeah, fine, okay. And cue Adam. Adam walks through the door and Dan laughs. Not you, I'm dressed like Adam from the Bible. Although I certainly wouldn't mind if you weren't wearing anything at all. Dan, be nice. I'll take my shirt off if you'll behave yourself this evening. Yes, please. You'll be a very good boy, yes, please. Deal. Okay, now it's a party. Carlos pulls off his shirt, and Jake tries not to stare at him. Dan nods in approval at Carlos, as Liz seems to notice Dan from the corner and grins. Daniel! Much better. That's my cue. I'll go help Liz and Liz set up the snacks. Carlos seems relieved as Dan makes his way to Liz's corner, then looks Adam up and down. Looks good, Chico. The scrubs and coat suit you. Oh, thanks. I wasn't sure about the lab coat. Is it too much? The coat screams doctor to me more than the scrubs do. What's it look like without it? Fair, you could be a nurse. Adam pulls the coat off and Carlos seems contemplative. No, definitely with the coat. You could just be a nurse or something without it. Technically, he could be a therapist, because that used to be what I wear. So what I wore. Now I have like a whole thing where I have to look like I work at a country club. You say that like there's shame in being a nurse. Nurses do a lot, dude. Maybe more than doctors even. I will say I feel like nurses do much more than doctors. Well, nurses don't go through 4 years of med school, and I know how much you're strangely looking forward to that, so wear the damn coat, Chico. Malik walks to the door wearing a dress and wig and sporting some sizable boobs as Adam pulls his coat back on. Well, hello there, sexy. The medical garb suits you, sweetie. Thanks, dude. Jake realizes he's staring at Malik's boobs and quickly looks away. I'm going to grab a soda, excuse me. Adam heads to the corner with the food while Dan wanders back over and looks Malik over. And what is that? Well, you didn't attend the drag show last year, so I thought I'd bring the show to you. You really shouldn't have, but more importantly, that's very much not in the spirit of the sexy theme. Right, like you parading your naked self around is. Stop it. There is no theme. There was no requirement to dress up. Malik, you look very nice. Dan, go put some shorts on or something under there, or I'm putting my shirt back on. Fine, whatever. Excuse me. Dan heads back out the door and Carlos sighs. Sorry about that. Pat wears black tie to work. Got it. Pat does not wear black tie to work. Pat has like a whole, like, I think it's technically like a polo, or I have like this other weird material that like is supposed to not leave oil stains. But it's supposed to look like very sleek, and like you can definitely tell me from a guest, but I'm also different than like other members of staff. Yeah, it's fun working around rich people. Very strange. Malik pats his arm. You handled that very well, sweetie. Malik looks over to the wall, which Jake suddenly realizes is covered with cutout Halloween creatures. Yeah, I saw them. They're cute. There's like a little ghosty over here, and a little bat, and then candy. I mean, candy corn is pretty scary. In addition to bats and ghosts hanging from the ceiling. Those decorations are a little spooky, aren't they, honey? Oh, yeah, Dan picked them out. Would I have said no? Of course he did. At least they're festive. Anyway, excuse me while I go grab some snacks. Nate puts a hand reassuringly on Jake's back. Are you okay, babe? Yeah, just... Hi. Oh my god, the nerdiness. The nerdiness. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I'm concerned you're wearing red, sir. Jake turns to see James and Chris walking in the doorway, dressed in matching uniforms. James raises an eyebrow at Carlos's shirtless state, but doesn't comment on it. Jake feels relieved that there's someone else here who really knows now. Who he really knows now. I'm glad you made it. Sorry we're late. Hello. Sorry we're late. Dinner went a little over. You two are from that space show, right? Space trip? Star Trek? James nods. Is that something copyright too? Yes, Voyager specifically. Best series. Jake tears his gaze away from James and realizes he's still holding the board game he brought. He holds it out in Carlos's direction. Oh, I brought a board game in case people want to play. It's Bonanza, so it's pretty good with a lot of people, and it involves trading. Great, you can set it up on the table or something if you'd like. Jake nods and moves in that general direction, but his feet get tangled in one of his long streamers and he trips. The game box flies out of his hand, and the ground and the edge of the table come rushing up at him. Jake! His head impacts the edge of the table and everything goes black. That's not where I saw this going. Voice acting. Okay. Okay. I'm nervous. In this series so far, any time that there's been an accident, it's not been great. It's actually been rather tragic. Pretty much every single accident. Okay. Liz's scream pierces through the throbbing in Jake's head and he slowly opens his eyes. Liz seems to be running around the room, chased by a flying something. Jake, help me! Jake recognizes the thing as one of the paper cutout bats that had been attached to the ceiling and now seems to be flying through the air. In fact, all the decorations seem to be missing. What? Use your rainbow whatever powers, hit it! Jake's about to ask what on earth she's talking about, when his confusion seems to summon a beam of something from himself, hitting the flying paper bat dead on. It falls to the floor and stops moving. You did it! What just happened? Oh, don't give me that just because you're a little out of practice. Jake jumps when he feels a hand on his back. turning to find that it's only Nate. Nate, what's I think I'm gonna need your help with these, babe. What? Here they come! Oh god. Ready, babe? I have to do this? What's going on? We're in a battle now, babe. With the ghosts. With the ghost decorations that Dan brought. See the bars at the bottom of the screen? Okay. Yeah? Wait until they fill and we'll be able to act. They seem full. They're full now. Yeah, you can click on me or the window with my stat information to select an attack for me to use. Okay. While you're selecting an attack, combat is paused so you can take your time. For now, select my handgun shot skill. Now select a target. Either ghost is fine. Combat is paused while selecting a target as well. Weakened ghost number 2. Immune? That didn't do anything! Yeah, they're ghosts, so it makes sense that bullets don't do anything to them. You might have more luck. Continue the battle in the same way using your magic rainbow skill instead, and let's see if that's more effective. This is so cute. Okay. Pop-Tart. Feeding a Pop-Tart to one ally recovers a small amount of HP. Magic Rainbow. Fire a Magic Rainbow at an enemy for small damage. Let's do Weakened Ghost 1. Okay. Ready? Can we... Okay, there we go. Magic Rainbow on Weakened Ghost number 2. You did it! Nice job, babe. I'm glad your magic did the trick, since ghosts are incorporeal and all. My what? Adam walks in the room looking a little weary. Hey, there are more out there. We could use your help. Right, we'll be right there. Come on, babe. Jake isn't really sure what's going on, but he starts to follow Nate out the door when Liz tugs on his shirt. If you find any gold coins while you're fighting things, you can come back here to spend them. Spend them? Yeah, I have all sorts of fun trinkets that I can exchange for coins. They'll raise your stats and stuff. My stats? Am I in an RPG? You're in an LGBT RPG. Liz B seems to appear out of nowhere and stands next to Liz G. I'm probably gonna hang out here. There's too much action out there for me, and I don't really have any combat skills. Go get him, Jake! Jake follows Nate out into the hallway. Everyone seems to be standing there waiting for him. Are we in a role-playing game? Carlos laughs. Actually, that's a pretty good way of thinking about it. All these doors are like dungeons. He gestures down the hallway. They all seem to have our pictures on them, which is a little odd. Jake looks at the door. Each one does seem to have a picture of one of them taped to it. He recognizes himself in his current Meowcat costume on the nearest door, and idly wonders where the picture came from. I tried to go through Jameson's door, but it wouldn't let me. Carlos and I went through my door. There's a bunch of bats and stuff in there, and I don't feel like we could fight them off on our own. That probably means the current party has to include that person to... That probably means that the current party has to include that person to go through a given door. Jake's about to ask what Carlos means by party, but he quickly refrains his current reality in terms of video games. Well, Jake, you and Nate seem to handle this last batch pretty well. Want to pick where to go next? Nate's hand rests reassuringly on Jake's back. You're great at this, babe. Fearless leader Jacob. For some reason, the thought of fighting a bunch of enemies with his newfound abilities excites Jake more than it scares him. Yeah! Let's go! Jake is so cute. Okay. That's the prologue. This is gonna be adorable. Also didn't realize this all takes place at a Halloween party. All right, new game, I take it. I was told to go with easy. Enemies will be 15% weaker. Party composition and choices affect combat. Difficulty can be changed later in preferences. Okay, cool. I can do that. Jake looks down the hallway of doors before figuring the easiest place to start would be his own door. He approaches it and attempts to turn the doorknob, but it won't budge. Chris walks up next to him and studies the door. There's some text on your picture. 8-4. There might be a limit to how many people can enter at a time. One of those obviously has to be you, babe, but you can probably freely select 3 of us to help out. Oh, right. I'm, of course, happy to accompany you anywhere, but it's entirely up to you who you take along. Good. This is the current party, which is just you and me, babe. Not for long. If you don't want me in the party, I don't. You can click on me to remove me from the party. Good. You can then click someone to add them to the party. For example, you can click on me to add me back, and click on Chris to add him. Who do I want? We'll go ahead. Sure, why not? We'll add Chris. Do I have to? Wait, do I have? God. Okay. Once you're happy with things, click OK to confirm the party. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, I don't have to do this. Okay, cool. Perfect. That works for me. We'll do Chris. Oh, okay. Hey, we get stats. Okay. Okay, Carlos level 1. He's a berserker, sacrificial attacker. His element is water. Pretty good HP, it looks like. Here's my nose is going crazy. Costume, prize-winning Olympic swimmer. Weapon, water and muscles. Accessory, none. Okay. Experience towards next level. Carlos is senior business major, and he was a business major? Okay. I forgot about that. Fairly close to the other Q&A regulars, James, Malik, and Dan. Regularly hooks up with Dan, but knows his parents would not approve of his sexuality, and he hides his true self from them. Okay. Two. Oh, no, wait. I want to know about Chris. Stealthy debuffer. Element land. Chris is one of Jake's closest friends, James's boyfriend, and Adam's ex-roommate. Despite being fairly quiet, he's much more openly sociable than Jake is, and knows everyone else in the party in some manner. He and Jake, as well as he and Carlos, have also bonded over their coming out experiences. Okay, can dig that. I think I want Adam. Supportive healer. That's fairly obvious. Okay, he's a doctor. His weapon is a medical kit. Adam is Carlos's best friend. He and Carlos lived together the previous year. He's one of the most studious and academically focused people Jake's ever met, and has wanted to be a doctor ever since he can remember. Unlike everyone else in the party, Adam is straight. I mean, we have to have the token straight person, but he's incredibly protective of Carlos. I like that. We'll go ahead and do this as our party first. It's everybody that we're most comfortable with, that I'm most comfortable with. Token cishet. Am I pronouncing that correct? You text me that like yesterday or 2 days ago, and I wanted to make sure that I was reading that correctly. A person who is cis. Good luck, babe. Yeah, stay outside. Jake nods and opens the door. Jake and the party walk through to find themselves in the atrium. This isn't where the door should lead. The atrium's downstairs. That's dungeon physics for you. In any case, it looks like there's some of the Q&A decorations over there. Jake nods and heads in that direction. All right, what's Chris? Oh, Okay, so this should be fun. Oh, okay. Hang on. It's one enemy of small damage. So it is a land thing move. So I'm curious. I don't think it'll work against the ghost if my Pokemon skills are correct. It shouldn't work against the ghost. I'm curious because bats can fly if it'll work. And then tricord scan. Scan an enemy to view its stats and show its ATB meter. Okay. Band-Aid can help recover. Health tips, share tips, gives one ally HP. Cool, so you're just a healer. We don't need to exhaust you for any reason. Stream of water sends a small jet of water to one enemy of small damage. Protector. Protect your party with self-buffing, by self-buffing with Protector. Cisgender and heterosexual. Cis-het. Okay. Ha. I understand everything now. I understand everything. Okay. Let's go ahead, because we already know Magic Rainbow works. Let's go ahead and do it on the Weakened Ghost. And we do a hand combat to the Weakened Bat 2. Let's do a Stream of Water. Weakened Bat 2. It said resistant to the land move, so good to know there. Health tips. Sure. I don't think we're really in need, but good to know that we have the ability. Okay, so our first line of defense is going. Let's do Weakened Bat 2. Actually, let's go ahead and do... I want to see what the tricord... I am having the darndest time. Okay. Weakened Bat level 1. Only 8 XP. Weak Bite. Stealable skills? Wait. Okay, we can steal them? Cool, good to know. Band-Aid, we'll go ahead and use that on Chris. And then let's go ahead and use Stream of Water against the bat. There we go. Victory! Jake, Chris, Adam. Coins gained 10. Battle time 2 minutes. Oh, well. I could probably do this better if I wasn't streaming. But these times are going to take me a hot minute. If you don't need to use a character, you can always have them skip and they'll be ready when you want them. Oh, okay. Good to know. New skills. Red Laser. Okay. Nothing for anybody else except that they're all level 2 now. Perfect. That wasn't so bad. The room suddenly grows darker and Jake starts to feel a chill as he stares at the corner. A vague something appears and he feels a sudden sense of dread. Is it your boyfriend? Is it Nate? Because he gives me those feelings too. Backpack. He tears his gaze away from it and looks over at Chris instead, who's looking at him with concern. What is that? Chris shakes his head, seemingly as confused as Jake is, but the fact that he's there with him makes Jake feel a little bit better, at least. I don't like it. We could probably fight it. Jake thinks for a bit, but he likes the thought of making the whatever it is go away. Okay. As he moves closer to it, visions start to flash through his head. Sitting by himself at the dining hall with an empty plate of food, back in his dorm room without the usual comforting presence of Nick in the room. Loneliness. Okay, we're going to be combating some mental demons for our friend Jake. He isn't sure why he said it out loud, but realizes it's a fitting description for the emotion he's feeling as he walks closer and closer to the thing. It's like the personification of loneliness. Then he's standing in front of it, trying not to get lost in the sense of despair he feels at the thought of being alone. I mean, okay. I will say, my man, there's a lot of power in being alone. Being alone can provide you with a lot. So, you know, but I understand. I felt lonely. I have wanted to be alone a lot, and I have also felt lonely, so I feel you, my guy. He remembers himself that he isn't, and he's got amazing friends and amazing boyfriend. Who? I thought you were dating Nate. who would follow him to the ends of the earth. I mean, maybe if you were wearing Carlos's costume, I don't know. If the fact that they're here now with him is any indication. He steels himself for the battle. Oh, okay. These are the things that he just saw. Sitting alone, watching videos by himself. Got it. Okay, cool. I want to see what this red laser does to do average damage. Let's go ahead and do it at the board game video. Oh my, how strong are you? 17, okay. I don't think we need you right now. No, so we'll go ahead and skip you. Stream of water, we'll go ahead and do it on the board game. That way that just is gone. Ooh, okay. Hi. We need you. 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 Okay. Red laser. Let's go ahead and do it at... I think the loneliness. I think we can use hand-to-hand combat. Sure, meals alone. Resistant one. Chris, my guy, I like you. But you seem kind of useless. The meal alone, because it's a plate, so I feel like that would... Wow, really? Okay, cool. Can he do it on himself? There we go. Okay, cool. Ooh. Isolation. Wow, and they're really going after Jake. Got it. Okay. Go ahead and do loneliness. Let's do hand-to-hand combat with loneliness. Oh, okay, that worked. Hey, look at us go. Let's protect the party, and we're gonna heal Jake because Jake's not looking so hot. Ooh. Okay, critical resistant. Were they all just okay? Does he take the brunt with the protection? I'm gonna love your anti-Nate commentary throughout this. I mean, you better gear up because there's a lot of it coming. I just looked at my light thinking it was my camera. Jake has effects. You can hover over the icon over his head and click them for more. I was wondering what these were. Okay. Magic defense down decreases magic defense. Healing alone cannot use skills that target allies. Spiraling. Unit loses SP every action. Wait, okay, so can I get rid of those? I see Protector. Unit is targeted for all single target attacks by enemies. Okay, so I was correct with that. Okay, cool. We can continue to use the Magic Rainbow on the Loneliness. That's fine. Oh, and it's gone. Perfect. How much is left on you? 21. We haven't even started attacking you. Good to know. Okay, Adam. Let's go ahead and... Can we do health tips on Jake? Just... Okay. Unit recovers HP every action. Stream of water. We'll go ahead and do that on meals alone. Oh, hello. Absorbs the next fire skill cast on this unit. Well, I don't think we have anybody with fire. So... Oh, nope, red laser is fire. But we're not using that, are we? Nope, we're just taking out loneliness as we can. Hand-to-hand combat, we'll go ahead and do it with loneliness. Health tips, let's go ahead and have it on Carlos, because I feel like he needs that. Oh, magic defense down. Yikes. Stream of water with loneliness, see if it... Is that improving his health? Wait. Am I being a dumb bunny? I feel like I'm being a dumb bunny. Okay, there we go. Loneliness is gone. Good. Good. Hand-to-hand combat against meals alone. Health tips for Chris as well. And then stream of water for meals alone. The meter over the enemy is an ATB meter, not an HP meter. Okay. Magic Rainbow, meals alone. There we go. Victory. Oh my god, he has Halloween candy when you win. That's adorable. It's the same as your bars at the bottom of the screen. Got it. Got it. Okay. We now have green laser too. Oh, and we can analyze nebula. We can do phlebology. Gross. And splash. Okay. If my Pokemon knowledge is correct, splash is a rather useless move. Jake's sense of relief at beating the whatever it was is short-lived as it moves out of the way, but still lingers in another corner, as if daring him to fight it again. Still, he notices a new doorway behind where it was, that it seems to have been guarding, but isn't sure if he's ready for that at the moment. So he heads back to the hallway. All right, so we need to come back to Jake's room at some point. Feels like he can breathe again in the safety of the hallway and catches the others up on the adventure. Well, you did an amazing job, babe. Yeah, and you stood outside, so, you know, glad one of us is doing something. I can't believe we fought the personification of loneliness. He expects someone to ask what he means by that, so he feels the need to clarify it of his own accord. Wow, why is this sounding familiar? Huh. Pricey. We had to fight loneliness, but in physical form. Then again, the door also led to the Student Center atrium, so everything's just a little strange right now. Want to head back to Q&A for now? Jake nods. Cool, I get to spend my coins. Welcome back. Thanks. Did you kill all the decorations? We, killed some of them. Liz B gestures towards the cabinet in the back of the room. Well, if you want to fight some more, as combat practice, there's some more decorations in the cabinets. I managed to wrestle them in there and contain them at least. Thanks, I'll, keep that in mind. Oh, we found some coins. Ooh, I can give you some stuff in exchange for them. If you're ready, babe, we can also return to the doors and try some other ones. Spend coins. Oh, we cannot spend coins. We have 20 coins. The minimum thing we can purchase is for 500 coins. Oh, okay. Cool. Excuse me. All right. Let's return to the hallway. Why not? So, what now? I think our quest, if you will, is fairly straightforward. We have to fight our way through everyone's fears behind each of these doors. That sounds really scary. Well, for you, it seems like your fear is loneliness. Everyone else probably has a different fear, and that doesn't mean that you're going to be afraid of everything that everyone else is afraid of. All of us will be here to help you, babe. Whether by fighting at your side or just providing moral support. Yeah, like you did when we faced our biggest fear. Yeah, thanks, boyfriend. Hi, buddy. Look at you. The darkness decided to come over. Yeah. Yeah, that word. Gesundheit. Thank you. Appreciate you. Draco. Here, bud. Oh, Draco. Don't dox us. He's very, oh, look at him. He actually is kind of enamored, I guess, with the light. Hi, buddy. All right, I'm gonna keep playing. Thanks for coming over. Wait, what time is it? Do I have to feed him? Oh yeah, I needed to feed him like a minute ago. Give me just a second. I need to feed Draco. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I got shot with white tuna in the face. Makes me sad. Anyway. Right, moral support. Ew, tell me about it. Yeah. Yeah. It was not pleasant. Okay, I guess. Why don't you pick the door, pick which door we go through next? It seemed like there was more to do behind your door, but we could try someone else's door. Oh, remember that you can save your game, babe. Save my game? Yeah, there's a save button when you're selecting a room from the hallway. Oh, that makes sense. If you're not happy with the way combat feels, you can also customize aspects of it. You can change settings in the preferences menu. Okay. If you want to know what each setting does, click the help button next to the combat UI setting for a more detailed description of the setting. Okay, that makes sense. We'll go ahead and save the game. We'll go ahead and save it in Dr. Adam's spot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is cute. Boy, I can't even. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's start. Well, this one will be painful. Let's go ahead and start Carlos's. Start room 1. Okay, average enemy level 7. Maybe we don't start with Adam. Seafood at cat food is much stinkier than turkey, chicken, beef, and it's weird. Oh, I need to fix that highlight. I didn't notice what was wrong with it. Yeah, unfortunately our cats are pretty particular and they like seafood better than they like poultry. But occasionally we'll get them the poultry if in fact it's the only like cuts that they have, because they also won't eat pates. They'll only eat cuts, and we only like pick. Ahsoka, why are you staring at me like that? She's like looking at me like flabbergasted. The cats we've cat sit prefer seafood too, and it makes me sad. Well, if you want to kidnap Draco, you're gonna have to deal with seafood, because he will refuse to eat, or he'll steal food. Ahsoka,
I prefer seafood.
yeah, sounds about right. And then she's like licking her paws like she's doing her nails. Average enemy level is 5, 8, 14. All right. I'm gonna go ahead with. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Do we have to? Okay. Nate's fears. What is Nate afraid of? We have to have Nate. Can I know something about him? Okay, his element is nature. He's an attacker, tank, barbarian. Costume, video game hero Nathan Black. Nate is a junior business major and Jake's boyfriend. He's been roommates with Dan since their freshman year, and he and Jake have a sexually open relationship. Is Jake comfortable with that? You know, he's, I guess, kind of fine with it after he was super pressured about it, but whatever, it's fine. Even though he may come across as calculating. He cares deeply for his friends and would do anything for them. Don't you mean he would do anything to them? Anyway, okay. Now that I guess I know a little bit about him, who does he have a close? I mean, we should probably pick Dan then. We don't get along well, but they're close, I guess. And who's Dan close with? Carlos. Okay, not exactly the dream team, but let's go. Nate nods. Great, everyone ready to go? Nate sounds confident, but Jake knows him well enough to know he's actually nervous about what might be behind his door. What could Nathan be afraid of? I bet it's celibacy. It's a room full of monks and nuns. Oh. Hey Bob, something, you need more balls. You're going to find out shortly, Daniel. Whatever. I can't wait to help you fight the Pope. Jake takes Nate's hand and gently squeezes it, and they walk through the door together. The programming classroom? Nate stops in the room as the door closes behind them. A couple bats flit around the ceiling, with a couple beams from Jake make quick work of them. Oh, the computer lab? Maybe we're going to fight some porn. Debt. His fear is debt? Oh, I mean, everyone fears debt. What a stupid thing to be afraid of. There's a slight popping noise, and a sheet of paper suddenly pops into view from nothingness, floating through the air and draping itself over one of the computer screens. Nate stares at it, and Jake realizes it must be a representation of one of Nate's fears. Fear of paper cuts? Be quiet, Dan. Nate's tone is harsher than usual for him, even with how Jake knows he normally talks to Dan, and Jake knows... Nate's tone is harsher than usual for him, even with how Jake knows he normally talks to Dan, and Jake knows now that Nate's feeling the same things that Jake had when he'd been confronted by the cloud of loneliness. It's a pay stub. Well, physically it's a pay stub, but it's representation of work, of a job at a company. You're afraid of being a sellout? You're afraid of working after graduation, you're afraid of having a boss, you're afraid of the importance of a job in your life. Okay. Patrick, have a little empathy here. Okay. You're afraid of... I don't think it's of working after... It's afraid of being a sellout. So the importance of a job in your life. So he doesn't want to have a job, he wants to have a career, something that he likes doing. He doesn't want to work because he's making money at something. The making money should be the bonus of doing something that he likes to do with his life. Nate seems to think at that, but Jake feels the need to clarify. Sorry, I mean, your parents didn't really have time for you growing up, so you're fairly independent. You're afraid of being tied down to a job? I'm not sure tied down is quite right, but the general sentiment seems correct. Maybe dependent on? It's a fear of feeling like I can't leave a job that I hate, or that isn't working out for me because of circumstances like money. Bro. Yeah. We're gonna keep comments to ourselves and just do that thing where you nod at someone when you like look them in the eyes and you're like, yeah. You don't need to say words because it doesn't change anything, but yeah. Nate shrugs. Does that make any sense at all? It does. Your parents have been at the same company since they started working, right? They have. My dad switched jobs a few times, but only when he got laid off. My parents have told me to be thankful for a job, like I have some sort of responsibility to the company for hiring me. That feels like the general sentiment of our parents' generation, Jake. Pensions and being rewarded for dedicating your life to a company. Literally, and all. Yeah, now if you do that, you're rewarded with nothing. So nobody does it, and then it still makes everybody miserable and everybody complains. I see the snickering. The problem is that jobs aren't like that anymore, so even though I objectively know I could change jobs if I needed to, or arguably even not work if I needed to, it's still worrying. Do I potentially provide words of comfort here? combination of pixels that I don't prefer. Yes, I do. Okay, so Nate, I understand this. I understand this very well. However, if you find yourself in the means to not work or to switch jobs to be happier without it drastically altering your life or lifestyle, then that is part of living. So live life and be happy. Nothing matters, which means that you decide what matters. So you should be happy in life, and you should make Jake happy because Jake is amazing and wonderful and a sweet, innocent little boy that you're pressuring into cheating on. Anyway. But yes. This is a very real fear for a lot of people in our generation. And, yeah. Live life and be happy. And money is a thing. And if you have it, then be grateful and just do what you can do to be happy. I like the fear of being dependent on work. I want to work, but not feel like I'm stuck somewhere that doesn't feel right to me. Correct. You want a career, which is great. So do that. Do something that's fulfilling to you. If you take a job, then make it a job that you like. With myself, like, massage isn't my career passion, but it's a job that I legitimately somewhat enjoy doing. It's better than a lot of other alternatives, and I don't dread the fact that I do it. I would prefer to be doing other things, and I'm trying to make those other things happen. So, same thing. Take a job that won't kill your soul, but work on having a career. Because someone else, this is just like a blanket statement, someone else will find the job that you find soul crushing their life's ambition. So you're giving the opportunity of your job that you hate you're giving someone else the opportunity to take that job that they will love. Lucky bastard, some of us would have to win the lottery not to have to work for a living. Fair enough. Not helping Dan. But a valid point. You're worried about being tied to a job that you don't like when you have the financial means to not do it, which kind of sounds like self-suffering a little bit to me. Just saying. Seems like you're sort of creating this self-fulfilling prophecy for yourself where you're going to do something that you don't like in spite of having the ability to not to, but whatever. You do you. It's your life to live. Should we fight it? Make it go away? Nate holds out his hand and Jake takes it. I think that's a sound course of action, Jake. Babe. Ready, babe? I didn't read what everyone said. Oh my god, Dan. Okay. Alright, the green laser. That's nature. I'm curious. The unemployment line? Alright, we'll go ahead and shoot at the unemployment line first. That didn't do much. Increase awareness of increased magic defenses. Grapple. Practice your grip for increased defense. Handgun shot. Let's go ahead and do a handgun shot at... I don't want to say the unemployment line. I'm going to say the paycheck. Innuendo. Attempts to learn a low-level skill from an enemy. Got it. Dan's useless. Cool. Paycheck. Learned paper cut. Wow, okay. Stream of water splash. Splash one enemy with cold water for average damage. Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it to the paycheck. Yeah, figured that'd be okay. Negative effect. Okay. I should have had a healer. I realize this now. Okay, he drowned in his debt. Okay. Red laser, we're gonna do that on the paycheck because fire. How is it? It's a weak against fire. It's a paycheck. It burns. You can burn through money. Okay. Paper cut. Give one enemy average damage to it. Let's go ahead and do it against the paycheck. Oh my god. Okay. How strong are these? Oh my god. I am. Oh god. Okay then. Come on, Nathan. I know you can do better than that. Thank you for the well-intentioned sentiment, Dan. I think maybe I'm not as ready to tackle this particular concern as I thought I was. We can always try again later. Nate nods. We'll have to. Thank you for continuing to support me. Nate heads back out the door to the hallway and Jake follows. We'll go to his door again. Yeah. I think instead of Dan, because he's useless, we'll take Adam. Good enough team. Good team. Here we go again. Time for you to fight for your job again. This is why I'm only ever going to work for myself. Stick it to the man. Technically, he's not wrong. Nah, now you're rewarded with a layoff just before retirement. Fair enough. For what it's worth, Jake has more doors, which will be easier than Nate's. Noted. Nope. Let's just do this. Everyone ready for this? Jake knows that Nate's mostly asking for his own benefit, so he just nods. Let's get this done, everyone. Okay. So, let's do nature against paycheck. Let's go ahead and do... against be thankful. Oh god. Okay. Check on enemy's blood to cause small but fixed damage. Sure, let's do paycheck there. And then splash, because that seems to work real well against paycheck. Ooh, okay. Until his target... Oh, voluntold. Got it. Unit is targeted for all single target skills. Oh, okay, perfect. Well then, we know what to do with that. Band-Aid, we'll go ahead and do it with Nate. We'll use... Sure. Let's just try and get the... I want to say let's try and just get this first paycheck out of the way, but yeah, I'm not thinking we're going to be doing this well. Okay. Okay. Stream of water. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. I might have just messed this whole thing up for him. Oh, so he's fainted, so we cannot revive him. Got it. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, water shield. Cool. I need some help. Oh, we're gone. Okay. Well. Okay. We need to go through more of Jake's story. We need to go through more of Jake's. Got it. Okay. Let's continue through Jake's stories. Start room 2. Sure, let's go with the team that we just had, because I honestly think they're probably going to be the best team for Nate's thing. I'll be right behind you, babe. Whatever's coming, we'll tackle it together. Jake walks through the door to find himself in the atrium again, still devoid of chairs and tables. A motion in the corner catches his attention. Chris? Jake instinctively looks back towards the door, which seems to have shut behind him. How did you get in here? Babe, I don't think that's Chris. At least it's not the real Chris. Chris, the fake one, shakes his head in what Jake interprets as pity. Is he nervous of people pitying him? Or of not liking him? Oh. Of course you're here again, Jake. You're so pathetic. What? We left Chris in the hallway, remember? That's not Chris. Don't listen to him. Always asking if I want to go get food with you or play board games with you or study with you. When will you get the message? I don't like you. Your friends are only tolerating you because they feel sorry for you. Can we do something about this already? He can't talk to you this way, babe. But you don't really think Chris or Hannah or Nick or anyone doesn't like you, right? Babe, you're kind and caring and affectionate. You're often the person organizing events like lunch or board games or studying. People do these things with you because they like spending time with you. Wouldn't it be easier for Chris to make an excuse rather than eating you at the buffet? I guess? The fake Chris scoffs. Whatever. Don't believe me if you don't want to. You're lying. Whatever. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna go find James in the hallway and show him what he'd be missing with that loser Chris copy. For some reason, that crosses a line for Jake. It's because he offended your friend. Yes, I am similar in this way. Say what you will about me, but I will go to toe for people that I care about. No, you can insult me, but leave my friends out of this. Right, your so-called friends. Let me show you what they really think of you. What Chris really thinks of you. Maybe it's time we made him shut up. Nate puts a hand on Jake's shoulder. I'm here, babe. Are you ready for this? Jake's hand finds Nate's, and he draws as much comfort from it as he can. Can't be much. Let's do this. What on earth are you? Okay. Oh no. Disheartened. Decreases all stats. Alright, green laser. The cold shoulder. Oh. I think I want to make him a protector real quick. Let's go ahead and do that on the cold shoulder. We'll go ahead. How effective would that be against... Okay, because they're, like, close. Go ahead and do the green laser against Chris and see what... Okay, that was weak. Okay, shields against water attacks, so we can't really do anything with Carlos. Healing alone, can't use skills that target allies. Okay, that's fine. We will go ahead and use a band-aid on Carlos so he can regain that. Weak here means the enemy is weak to the element, which is good. Got it. Okay, perfect. Oh, hey. Wait a second. Okay. Green laser against Chris. Perfect. Go ahead and try and continue to go after Chris. And we'll have him use Protector again because we can't use water. It would help them, I guess. Disdained frown at Carlos. Oh my. Okay. Band-aid to Carlos just to make sure he's all good. Ready up. Green laser at Mean Chris. And Mean Chris is gone. Perfect. Alright, we'll go ahead and shoot the cold food. I guess we have to use... Shielded. Okay, well, at least it was only one. Oh no. Uh, down defense, poison, unit is damaged every turn. Okay. We'll go ahead and just keep building up Carlos. Go ahead and use that green laser against the cold food. Gets rid of that. Stream of water we'll go ahead and use on the cold shoulder. Then they're now available to be hit, I guess, again. Party without Jake. Oh. Band-Aid, we'll go ahead and use that on Carlos, because he's the only one taking on damage and getting hit. Magic Rainbow. Oh, why? You can't use skills that target allies. That's the only thing? Okay. Stream of Water, we'll go ahead and use that on the cold shoulder, which is critical, good for us. Handgun shot. Perfect. We'll go ahead and continue to use the Band-Aid on Carlos. Magic Rainbow on cold shoulder 2. Stream of Water on cold shoulder 2, which takes away that shield on them. Ready up? Alright. And we should be good to go now. What, are you going to party without? Nope, you can't do anything? Okay, that's fine with us. Hi-ho the Scario, that's fine with us. Stream of Water, that should still take him out. Come on. Seriously? Uses cold shoulder on Adam. Alright, we just need to get you gone. Cold shoulder. There we go. Victory! We gained 15 coins. Oh, and some pretty good levels for everybody. That's okay. Love that. We also have yellow laser, blue laser, and swim laps, tree branch, and long nap. You think this is over just because you need Jake? This changes nothing. Your friends are just around because they feel sorry for you. Soon they'll grow sick and tired of dealing with you all the time. Nate looks like he's going to say something, but Jake shakes his head, feeling a bit reassured now by the victory. You're wrong. Jake looks over at Nate standing next to him. I love my friends. The way I feel safe around them and how we help each other with homework or support each other when we have problems. They're just using you. No, you're wrong. I know that now. I love them and I know they love me too. The fake Chris makes a dismissive noise and turns away, and that's maybe the clearest sign of all to Jake that he's won. By the way, there's your reward. Jake follows his gesture to a doorway he hadn't noticed before. He isn't sure he's up for another fight yet, so he heads back to the hallway instead, feeling a bit more comfortable with everything. Jake feels better once he's standing in the hallway again. Are you okay, babe? Jake nods. Yeah, I will be. He looks around at everyone, clearly trying not to ask what's in his second room. It was a fake version of Chris, who told me that my friends didn't care about me. You know that's a lie, Jake, right? Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm just afraid that everyone's just tolerating me being around, but I know that's not true. Sounds like you just fought the manifestation of that fear, at least, so that's good, right? Jake nods. Let's continue Jake's room 3. I want to help get other people leveled in, so let's go ahead and take him out. Let's put Dan in, because I feel like he'll be essentially useless. Jake's hand rests on the doorknob, but he hesitates. The first room was loneliness. The second room was friendship. At least my fears about my friendship. Fear about losing my friends or not having friends or something like that. He looks over at Nate. What if this room is you? Nate smiles at him, and it's reassuring somehow. If it's me, just remember that I love you. Don't let some imposter convince you otherwise. Or if it's not you, what if it's worse? Babe, you're strong. You can do this. Jake nods, taking a deep breath before turning the handle and walking through the door. Okay. I think I know where this is going. Okay. He's going to face up to the fact that he's not really that comfortable with his boyfriend doing the things. Jake walks through the door and finds himself in Dan and Nate's room. Glad I picked Dan, I guess, to do this. And even just the location is making him nervous already. Well, this looks familiar. What if this is like your fear of having sex? Maybe we're gonna fight a giant flying penis creature. It could be called you're a throttle or something. Jake ignores Dan's words, looking around the room instead with bated breath, his heart feeling like it's in his throat. However, the room seems to be empty. There's nothing here. Is it your fear of the fact that you're not having sex is going to do something to your relationship? There's nothing here, just like there's nothing between the two of us. Got it. You know, there's some fears that maybe are just protecting you. Maybe some fears you listen to. Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe some of them are good. Maybe some of them tell you things that maybe listen to. Just throwing that out there. Jake turns in the direction of the voice and watching in horror as some mist coalesces into a copy of Nate, standing on one side of the room, leering at him. Nathan, I bet we could do all sorts of kinky things together with that real Nate that real Nate wouldn't do. I bet we could. We could make it a threesome with Jake here. I'm not sure how I feel about this now. Go away! Jake starts to summon a rainbow to attack, but the fake Nate just laughs. Nuh-uh. You're skipping ahead to the fun part. There's someone else here who wants to talk to you. Or should I say, someone's else. I was right! I was right because he's not actually comfortable with this. And, okay, so it's gonna be okay. Hello. Oh. So disappointed in you, Not? Wait. I'm going to assume Jake is his American name? Auntie? Jake looks around the room, but the voice seems to be coming from everywhere. Even without seeing her, he immediately recognized the sound of her voice. You're our only child. How am I going to have grandchildren now? Ow. Hey. Know what this is. Know where this is going. Mom? You disappointed them, Jake, just like you disappoint me. Just like you disappoint everyone who ever loved you in your life. Hey, at least they seem to be okay with the fact that you're gay, right? Disappointment's temporary. They'll get over it. Weirdly poignant. It should make him feel worse, but somehow, Jake thinks there's a strange bit of truth in Dan's words. Yeah, that was oddly profound. Your relatives think you're the perfect son, Jake. Smart, top of your class. They think you're gonna graduate and get a high-paying tech job and get married to a woman and have kids. But you know none of that'll happen. You're one bad test away from failing your classes. You're not gonna get hired anywhere. You like men, and they're going to feel betrayed when they find out the truth. Interesting. Okay, that's enough. I feel like Dan was weirdly the correct person to bring into this. It surprises Jake that Dan's objection, of all people. If anyone thinks any differently of Jake when he comes out to them, they never really loved him anyway, and he doesn't need them. Real love is unconditional. Correct. So I heard this one way very like nicely, and then I heard it again in a very funny way, and for whatever reason the funny way is what stuck to me. There's an episode of American Dad where the family finds out that Stan has never killed anyone, and he's a CIA agent, so like, you know, people think that he kills people all the time. And Francine, like, the family completely turns on him and, you know, calls him weak, tries to, like, rearrange the power dynamic because he hasn't done what they thought he would do or what he's been doing. And Francine, Dan's wife, says, wait, everybody, this is ridiculous. He's still the same Stan, it's just our opinion of him that's changed. Which, very funny. Not the most positive way to spin it, but is the truth. Like, in situations like this, like, you're the same person. And that's, I think the thing that people have a difficult time kind of grappling with is that, like, if someone comes out to you or tells you that there's any sort of different expectation for their future, then they're still the same person. They're the same person. Just a certain trajectory of their life has changed. And if you see them any differently, they're not the ones that changed. Your opinion changed, and that's on you, not on them. Jake can't disappoint the people who love him, because the people who really love him will want what's best for Jake and know that he tries his best in everything he does. Dan points finger at fake Nate. As for you, I live with Nate, the real Nate. If I had $1 for every time I had to listen and gush about Jake, I'd drop out of this school and go buy a seedy nightclub in New York City or something instead. Your words are just words. Words are cheap. Actions are more meaningful. I could easily be sick from how much Nate shows me every day how much he cares about Jake. How Jake is enough. Now you're going to shut up, or do we have to wipe that smile off your face for you? Jake thinks he should be embarrassed, but instead he feels happy that Dan, someone he'd always seen as laid back and boisterous, is coming to his defense. He glances over at Dan, who nods at him, and fake Nate grins. Whatever you say, I'll show just how wrong you really are. Okay. Okay, so, spiraling, loses SP every action, disheartened, decreases all stats. I have a feeling that maybe Carlos wasn't the correct person to bring into this because he also has this fear of disappointing family. Oh my god! I'm wasting time! Didn't realize that was a thing. Maybe I don't want to do that one. Maybe I don't want to do with that one. Splash. We're gonna splash me, Nate. We're going to send all allies to restore an average amount of HP, removes all its negative effects. Band-aid on. I don't really know who got hit. I wasn't paying enough attention. I should have maybe done that on Adam himself. Innuendo. Let's learn something from me, Nate. Learned push boundaries. Oh, I'm very good at that one. Yellow laser, blue laser. Let's do yellow laser, see if that's effective. Oh, nope, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Splash against me, Nate, was that more effective? Okay, it was a little bit more effective with water, so maybe we try and do some water stuff on him. Check on enemy's blood to cause small but fixed damage. Band-aid, we'll go ahead and use that on Adam. Okay, Dan, we can't push the boundaries? Really? Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and get another thing from Nate. Missed. Okay, well that sucked. Heart of flame on Jake. Concerned relatives. What do you have now? Decrease magic defense. Jake, you're ready. Blue laser. Let's use that on Mean Nate. He's our kind of our biggest contender here. I feel like I should use a band-aid on. Wait. How do I check stats? Can I not see your health? Can I not see your health? HP is typically at 140. Oh my goodness, they're up here. Oh my god, we're about to lose Jake. Okay. Let's go ahead and just use paper cut on Mean Nate. Not super effective, but still it's fine. Uses you're inadequate. Okay. 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 I'm not freaking out. You're freaking out. What? Mean Nate, we gotta get rid of that. Adam, I really need you. Okay. We need to use this on Jake. Can we? Oh, nope. We can't do that, unfortunately. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. We need your friends to kind of come in clutch and fight for you when you're not feeling good about yourself, which is fine. That sometimes happens, and it's totally normal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nate. Okay. How much you got left in you, buddy? Okay. Yep. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Let's go ahead and can we use a band-aid on ourselves? Just to. Okay. Apparently not. That worked out horribly. How is Nate so damn strong? Okay. I need some help. Yep, I'm gonna try and do something for you. Okay. Not really useful, not really useful. Oh my gosh. Nate is nature, which I think is weak to fire. Okay. Well. Oh god, okay. Broken heart, are you a little bit more... Oh, okay. Well, I now know what to do, kind of. Oh, that explains why the fire resistance is up. Yep. Alright, we'll go ahead. Band-aid on Carlos, that way he definitely can keep going. We'll use the stream of water on the broken heart, that way we at least take these out. Yes, okay, I have this. I understand everything now. The alternate version of each character has the same element as their normal selves. Hi, hello. Huh, you came in at an hi everybody. Bubba, I gave you powers. Will you please shout out Sil for me? Do. I am playing an RPG which is stressing me out. Thanks for following, Mapafu. Did I say that right, or did I just look like an idiot? I probably just looked like an idiot. We're fighting embodiments of fears right now, which is super cool. Substitute, who needs more? You need this more. And we're gonna do that. I'm gonna wait until we have the ability to pause. There we go. Okay, deciding. Everything pauses while we're deciding. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome on in. What is happening in here? Yep, you. Oh, good. Yes. Hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, we are presently playing ZAGS, the roles we play, and it's a game where, like I said, we fight the embodiments of fears. It's a cute little RPG made by Bobsy Games. So, yes, there's a pause button on the right, top right as well. I see this now. This thing right here. But yeah, what were you playing today, Sil? I think you got started a little after I was in that, or I just did not see the go live notification. Are playing Aperture Desk Job. That sounds familiar. But yeah, that sounds like fun. Brain. I also, because we are playing an RPG today, I have in that, never gonna get this right, in that corner, a cute little dragon, and you can interact with the cute little dragon if you'd like. It's in the channel point setting, and I think I adjusted the points so you don't have to be in for like hours to play with the dragon. But yeah, super cool. We played No Strings Attached, but it was really short, so we played Aperture Desk Job to finish it up. Also, show us your shirt. I think the cute little dragon is in the top left corner. Anyway. So yes, my shirt. Do you like it? It's just this nice plain white shirt. It's just a nice plain white shirt. Ignore the little bit on it. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go over to the just chatting screen real quick. Hi. So, totally plain. So, this is not sponsored. I said this at the beginning of the stream. I have been gifted several many things from the amazing Bob C. Games. He's given me a lot of like ZAGS universe stuff, including I had previously like a picture of Adam put up behind me, which I still need to unbury from stuff. I have like the Zen coloring book. I have somewhere, oh, right here. Yeah, I have like drawings and things, layouts of Adam, which is very cool. And then Bob also likes to, upon occasion, send me a gift that's a troll gift, like, say, Streamers Against Salts stickers. And today's gift that he gave me was more of the latter. It is a shirt of me, which is great. However, he did come out and visit me and took approximately 2,000 photos of me. And this was a photo that he got of me. Which, don't remember the context of. I do remember that this was when we were in the mountains and I accidentally almost poisoned an entire town's drinking water. So, yeah. Don't know what the context of the photo was, but it is hilarious. And I now need to find excuses to wear this in public when Dorian will let me. Did I do that? Yeah, fun times. Yeah, we were supposed to be like taking a nice photo together, Bob and I. And I started, like, I was kind of behind him, and my legs started to like slide back, and then I was not about to do the splits, so my other leg started to kind of follow it, and then I got like thrust forward and just kept sliding down the mountain. That sounds dramatic. Sliding down the ravine. There we go. That sounds a little bit better. I just kept sliding down the ravine, and I was like gripping, trying to stop myself and like trying to have the soles of my shoes like, you know, cause friction and stop. And I like look up, and Bob just has his camera out, and then the elusive Mad was with us, and she too just had her camera out. I have truly like top tier friends. Anyway, let's get back into the game. Oh yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and do another band-aid on Carlos. And Carlos needs to quit all his waiting around. Let's do concerned relatives. I don't know what their critical resistance. That doesn't seem amazing. That seems like it didn't do much to them at all. Alright, you're actually still doing pretty good. Can I do health tips on Carlos and have it to where he consistently gets HP every time? And then Carlos has Stream of Water. We can do that against concerned relatives. Uses You're Inadequate on Carlos. And then can we also do health tips on Adam? So he does that for himself as well? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and hit Nate a little bit. Then... Alright, we're gonna use... I really kind of just feel like we need to keep healing. Making sure that we're all good. Oop, nope. And we need to stop spiraling into despair. You are shameful. That's a move. Okay. Let's actually go ahead and attack the concerned relatives a little bit there. We just need to get one of you out. I don't really care which one at this point, but I don't know how much health you actually have. Either of you. So I think taking out, like, the mini first will aid me a little bit more in this. Except they're freaking resistant to every water move, and I only have water moves right now. Okay. Let's try and go against Nate again. Just right quick, see what we can do. Okay. Our attacks are literally hitting at like 1 to 5. And theirs are pretty strong, pretty adequate. And let's go against concerned relatives again. Yeah, I feel like we just need... Uses just a phase on Carlos. Carlos was not the person to bring into them. I mean, he's holding out the best amongst everybody. But... yeah, I know that he has these similar fears. So we want to just get them out. I think that would also, like, help his spiral to stop. Concerned relatives. Finally! Okay, now we can just focus all of our attention on me and Nate and be done with this. Oh, nope, not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to put a band-aid over Carlos. Because it seems like we might be here for a minute with Nate if we're gonna literally tick down one at a time. Alright. Oh boy, I sure wish that we didn't have two... I wish that we had known the water thing earlier and had taken out the disappointment. Because good golly, Miss Molly. That could have saved us so much heartache with losing our two buddies here. Oh, do they still not have the health tips? Oh, okay, I'm gonna bring that back in. Okay, except we need Adam to be the one attacking. We really do. Because his are worth something. And Carlos, love you, man, but yours are kind of worth next to nothing. Why don't you just... You should, Nate, keep attacking Carlos, because Carlos has kind of better HP. And we really need Adam to be the one hardcore attacking you. Boy, come on. Is there a way I can see Bad Nate's stats? Or Mean Nate? Because good gosh, we're getting... Okay, that was something. You need Chris or a later Adam skill. That's not helping me right now. Okay. Because pretty much every turn we're bringing it down 9 points. 9 points total. On the bright side, I don't really think there's a way that we can lose at this point. Because our skill... Ah! Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and everyone leveled up a pretty considerable amount. Okay, cool. I must admit, I'm surprised you managed to beat me. This means nothing and changes nothing. You do realize that, right? Proves you're a loser who doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm a non sequitur, Daniel. Oh, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but that doesn't make it the truth. I thought you're verbalizing my fears about Nate and about my family because that's what you're supposed to do? But I know you're wrong. Maybe not about my relatives, but you're wrong about Nate. Okay, Jake, I take back what I previously said about, like, oh, maybe some of these you want to listen to. Because, yeah, everything in this room was total nothing. Should be absolutely nothing to you. Understand that like, emotionally, that doesn't have to register, but... And even if you're right about my relatives, I have Hannah, and I have Chris, and I have Nick, and everyone who's here with me and in the hallway supporting me. I can't change who I am, but I think you're representing my fear of losing those I love, and I'm not afraid of that anymore. The fake Nate stares at him for a bit, then shrugs. Whatever. That wardrobe over there is actually a door. All Narnia-like or whatever. Do what you will. He disappears again in a cloud of mist, and Jake lets out a breath he didn't know he'd been holding. I should, thank you, Dan. Unless you're gonna thank me with sexual favors, Jacob. It's all good. Really, though. Be out, be proud, don't give a shit about what others think about it. Be yourself, Jake. Jake nods, staring at the wardrobe, but deciding that he needs to take a breather before he tackles whatever's coming next. Given the fact that it's a wardrobe, I'm gonna assume that there still is something about, like, being in the closet in the next one. But, okay. Okay. Ooh, room 1, fear of being alone, fear of being rejected by friends, fear of losing love. See what room 4 is. Do. I think we should probably have... Weapon hand phaser. I mean, we should have James, if anything, to, like, give him some skills. Okay. Yeah, we need to have you for something. Let's go ahead and just have Chris too. Why not? Hang on. Not what I wanted to do. I want to know what your elements are. Land. Nope. Not what I wanted. I didn't want to go in order. Fire. Okay. Land, fire, nature, and void. Which I guess is a little bit of everything. Loneliness, friendship, love. I don't know what's next. Well, what else are you afraid of? A lot of things. Maybe it'll be spiders or something then. Not helping, Dan. You know I'll be right beside you no matter what's in that room, right? Jake nods, takes a deep breath, and walks through the door. Oh, the game room! The game room? Jake looks around before realizing someone's standing at the DDR machine. Okay. Himself? Hello, Jake. You know by now that this is an RPG, so what would be more appropriate for a final boss than fighting yourself, as a metaphor for finally vanquishing your fears once and for all? That, of course the only vanquishing that's going to happen here is you. You've worked through your fears with your friends' support, but I'm going to show you that the only person you can really rely on, in the end, is yourself. Interesting. Okay. So, I take it this fear is is essentially just that you can only rely on yourself, that no one is actually going to be there for you when it counts. Okay. And when it really comes down to it, you don't have what it takes. Ooh, that too. Okay. That, yeah, if all you have to depend on is yourself, excuse me. Good golly, my eye is going nuts. If the only person you have is yourself and you're not up to snuff, then you have nothing. You're wrong. I believe in myself now. What are you going to do? No, I have Nate and Chris and everyone else here. I believe in my friends. I trust them. So this is less about being alone and a little bit about perseverance. Although it's always good to lean on people when you need it. Okay. That hit. You're wrong. I believe in myself now. Then I'm going to show you how right I really am. Oh no, I'm here, Jake. Fight! Oh god! Well, you just get right started, don't you? Ooh, hey. Oh my. Use that Nebula Gas to reduce one enemy's magic defense. 162. Okay. Oil or Royal Fever. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit an enemy with a tree branch. Sure. Let's do that. Oh, that did nothing. Okay. Shoot an enemy with phaser for small damage. Telepathy blocker. Set up a dampening field around one enemy to reduce magic. I don't think that's going to super help us right now. It might. Oh my god, but us doling. Jake himself uses You Have No Friends. And got rid of a whole player? Wait, what? I don't know what the appropriate course of action here is. Okay. Okay. Hand combat? Yeah, I take it Jake's really the only one that can fight. Okay. Increase awareness to increase magic defense. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Jake himself sees. Okay, well that was completely useless. Oh no. Jake uses You're Alone. Okay. Just like I said. No, you can get rid of my friends, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean they're not still there for me. And I can beat you. I just need to be more confident. Whatever you say. All the bosses have a gimmick that kind of fits with what they represent. Okay. I'll be here if you ever want a rematch, or just to play some DDR together. We're probably the same level in that, right? Jake heads back to the hallway. Oh no 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 no. Okay, so I am going to, I think, take out Chris and swap him for Adam. That way we have a little bit of healing, as long as Adam doesn't go out first. Jake literally leaves Jake by himself. Very poignant. I'm curious to see what... I mean, I'm curious to see what everyone's fearing, but... don't expect the ending to be any different this time. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and truly, well, I mean, if he uses the... Okay. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, now that I'm thinking about it. Because every move he's going to take a friend away. So healing wasn't really my main issue there. The fact that my moves aren't enough to equate to 162 in less than 3 moves because we have our first move taken away from us. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter what we do around that, really. Yeah, if each one's about 40, then we need roughly 5 hits. Okay. And once again, I think it's, yeah, not going to be enough. Okay, so I think then we're going to probably need... Unsurprising, let me know if you want a rematch. Alright, so then we're going to need the people that we have already have the strongest skills. So Carlos is strong. Are you really that strong? Guess you're pretty strong. View skills. Push boundaries. Would that be enough? Although, if we use innuendo, could learn, I think, a pretty dope move. This might be more of an experiment run. Here for a round of DDR? Nope, we're here to fight. Self-doubt. Splash. Go ahead and do that. That was pretty effective. Tree branch. Actually, that's not that great. Innuendo on Jake himself. Learned Pop-Tart? Okay. Well, that wasn't what I was expecting. That was kind of useless. Oh my goodness, Merlin is dreaming and it's adorable. All right, we might be able to do it this time. Okay, I think we'll actually be able to do it now if we have... There we go. Oh, yes. Okay. You wait, puppy? Kitty? Wait, puppy? Yeah, puppy. Merlin. Puppy Merlin. Huh, maybe I was wrong. You were. And you know why? Because I know now I don't have to do everything by myself. I might not always be able to do things by myself, but that's okay. My friends and family can help me avoid loneliness and care about me and love me. I have people who love me, and it's okay to let them help me. It's okay to rely on them. You learned a new skill. Defer. What just happened? That was very eloquent. I'm glad you took something positive out of this experience. Yeah. Here's something else you can take from this experience. Kitty headband! You also learned a skill, Kitty Surprise. Oh, thank you? I'll be here if you ever want a rematch, or just play some DDR together. We're probably the same level at that, right? Yeah, take care. The copy of Jake chuckles before disappearing. Jake looks around the room for another doorway, but he doesn't see anything other than the one they came through originally. He heads back out to the hallway. I think that's it for my, dungeon. That's a reasonable way to think about all this. I, fought myself and beat myself and learned that it's okay for me to rely on others and, got this headband out of it. And it suits you well, sweetie. Well, there are more rooms to explore, so it's up to you what to do next, Jake. All right, hang on. How long have we been going? 2.5 hours. Okay, we can still go for a while longer, actually. Is my phone dead? It is dead. I just want to make sure that Duran isn't getting off soon-ish. Oh no, he is getting off soon. Okay, we can probably do a little bit more in Nate's dungeon, I guess, and learn about his fears. Just give me a moment. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Average enemy, dependent on work. I feel confident having Carlos on our team. I want... No. Let's do Malik. Why not? Everyone ready for this? Jake notes that Nate's mostly asking for his own benefit. Let's do this. Okay. This was a mistake. Oh god. Okay. Defer. Give up your turn to an ally. Okay, shooting stars. Deal small damage to all enemies. Kitty surprise. Use a random magical attack against random targets. Kitty surprise. Why not? That was dumb. That was not the move. Commiserate. Discuss things you can't change to fire up rapid attacks, but leave yourself berserk. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Go ahead and go against Be Thankful. Yeah. Tree branch to, let's say, Be Thankful again? Maybe not. Anyone sing sing of a sweet guy to raise an ally's magic and give it water shield. Lip sync for you. Convince an ally to sing along to give them singing along? Okay. Let's do lip sync for you, and let's have it against with Nate. Whoa, no. Target. Unemployment line uses despair. Shooting stars. Let's hit everybody where it hurts. Let's go ahead and use splash on Be Thankful. Let's just... it's shielded! Okay. Let's go ahead and use Tree Branch against Be Thankful. That... Oh, right. That didn't work. Right. Convince an ally to sing along to give them singing along. I feel like that didn't do much of anything. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. I'm not sure that there is a... Okay, nope, that worked. Kind of. Okay. Well, that sucked. The unemployment line isn't in fool around here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and use that on Be Thankful. That way we can use Splash on Be Thankful, and then yeah, really take it down a notch. Let's use that on the unemployment line. Oh yes, we need to use him on the unemployment line. Can someone help me? Not really. I didn't bring Adam this time. Sorry. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and hit the unemployment line with you because you seem pretty weak to that. Go ahead and hit... Actually, let's go ahead and hit the unemployment line again with that, I suppose? Yes. Okay, goodbye, unemployment line. Vapor cuts? All right, let's go ahead and go with... I mean... Are you... Okay, you seem, unfortunately, pretty good against water. Okay. Well, this isn't amazing. Magic Rainbow on Be Thankful. Okay. Well, that was not great. That was not great. We try again later? Yeah, let's go ahead. Hey, let's save, actually. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save over this. Right. We're going to continue this opening fear. And do we really need Adam? Like, are we going to be pretty much boosting the same people? Okay. Okay. Negative effects. Okay. So let's go ahead use health tips, and we'll go ahead and start that on Nate because he's obviously going to be the prime target for everything. We'll become the protector. Use a tree branch against the unemployment line. And then let's go ahead and also use that against the unemployment line. Go drinking. Oh my. Drunken. His unit is uncontrollable and will randomly attack one target with a physical attack on its turn. Okay. Well, that doesn't feel amazing, but there we go. Okay. Is someone in need of healing yet? Not really. Health tips. Let's go ahead and use that on Nate again, I suppose. Let's go ahead and use the red laser, I think, because fire in my brain... Yeah, okay. Fire in my brain is good against paper products. Oh god, okay. Let's go ahead and splash. We'll try these out on paycheck 1. Oh, okay, no, water. Water is good. Water is our friend. Water is very much our friend. Band-aid on... Nope. Let's just go ahead and do... Actually, let's go ahead and do our one water move that we actually have. Ooh, okay. Ready to go? Sure. I'm going to go ahead and use the defer to give Carlos another move, because his... Oh no, his stream of water... Well, that's still pretty effective. Band-aid on, I think, Carlos. Yeah, he's the only one that's actually hurt right now. Poses the biggest threat. Oh. Drunken, got it. Blue laser. Not as effective as I was hoping. There we go, victory! If you think you'll be a little under-leveled, you can do previous rooms again or fight scaling enemies in the Q&A room. Fair enough. Protector. Always nice to have a boyfriend that's protector, I suppose. Ounce of prevention. Okay. Nate nods as he watches the paper fall to the floor and seem to vanish. I know this is just symbolism, but it feels really satisfying anyway. You're not as worried anymore? I know I never should have been, because, as I said, I know I'll have options. Exactly, if you have options, then consider yourself lucky. That's a very, it's a very nice privilege to have. But it's still reassuring to know that I'm strong enough to overcome that fear. I know we're strong enough. That's nice. Nate kisses the top of Jake's head. It looks like there's another door over there, but I could use a break. Let's go back to the hallway first. I think we'll continue to go. Figure out what his other greatest fear is. I feel like we have Chris. I want to level up Chris. I want everyone to have like a good level, but I want to keep our strongest players like up. Nate nods. Here we go. Jake starts to say something, but Nate pulls the door open and is through it before he can. Okay. He steps through a familiar door into a familiar room and what seems to be an argument between two very familiar looking people. Hello, Talia. How are you doing today? Oh, okay, I was not expecting this, but okay. Babe, please. I don't want to hear it, Nathan. I don't know why I keep putting up with this, and with you. You're just one disappointment after another. There seems to be a pretty constant theme here of disappointing your partner. Babe, please, just give me one more chance. I'm sorry. I'll get a costume right now. I'll shave. I'll get a haircut. I'll do anything. Anything? Anything? I can't lose you, Jake. You're everything to me. I would die without you. Hey. Business is a stupid major, and if you continue with it, you're going to be schmoozing people in back rooms and trading sexual favors to get ahead in life. I want you to stop it. Anything, babe. You're my life, my world. What do you want me to do? Is this a fear of him leaving you? of you disappointing him, or of your fealty to the fact that you love him so much? I'm interested in this. Okay. Okay, that's quite enough. The fake Jake turns his attention towards the real Nate and grins at him. Oh my, 2 Nates for me. Now it'll really be a party. Nate, stop it. This isn't like Jake, and this isn't like you. How would you know what I'm like, Nathan? You hardly spend any time with me, with Jake, with whatever. You get the point. That's not true. Jake had almost forgotten that Chris was here too, and he almost jumps at the sound of Chris's voice. Kind of weird to have, like, your friend in on a moment in your relationship, I suppose. Make him break up with you, easy as that. Well, so we're sorry, I didn't finish explain, or I didn't explain anything before I was like finishing the scene. This is essentially like fighting embodiments of fears. And I think we're with this character, Nate, right now. And these are his fears. This is his boyfriend. And this is also, I mean, I guess this is who we're technically playing as, but we're in this character's fear. So this is Jake, and they're dating. And I think this obviously has to do with their relationship. Tell me a dare and I have to do it IRL. Can I pick a dare? Go ahead, Bob. Yada yada, I'm bored. What else do you got? What can I do? Just tell me, Jake, and I'll make it happen. Is this how you see me? I don't understand what's happening here. You're afraid I'm gonna take advantage of you? Ooh. Okay. An insecure part of me, if, like, say I was in Dorian's brain and this happened, I would be maybe a little bit shocked and offended and would ask him, like, if this is how he saw me, but the point behind this is, yeah. I dare you to try orange juice topped pancakes. Bob! Like I said, I don't think that's a breakfast deal breaker. Because, like, it cuts through. Cuts through well. You're afraid I'm going to take advantage of you? Because I promise I would never act like this to you. Nate shakes his head. I understand what this room represents now. This room isn't intended as any form of criticism of you or of our relationship in real life, Jake. Please understand that. This room is about me and my feelings and my insecurities. You're always making everything about you. Sorry, I'll change. Stop it. He sighs. I apologize for my outburst. He's just getting to me. You hear that? You're bothering us, Nathan. Go away. The fake Jake waves his hand dismissively, and the fake Nate pops out of existence. Nate seems unfazed by the disappearance, and in fact seems almost relieved that his doppelganger is gone. As I was saying, Jake, this room isn't about you. That's the problem. It's never about me. It's always about you. Nate ignores the copy of Jake. You're the first boyfriend I've ever had, Jake, and I know I'm your first as well. And we don't have the most conventional relationship in a lot of ways. Oh God. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That sentence rang some things to me. Oh geez, should I? Yeah, why not? Okay, we were talking about this earlier, and in my opinion, it's really, really difficult to ruin breakfast food, and Bob threw out orange juice covered pancakes, and I don't think that would be terrible. Would it be my instant go-to? No, but I do have juice with pancakes, and I think that pancakes, which is an already sweet thing, depending on the type of orange juice you have, the tartness or the sourness of it could cut through pretty well. At least the acidity could cut through, like, the sweetness pretty well. Just my opinion. You don't actually have to do it if it'll make you sad. Nah, I'm gonna do it. Do it and report back. Let me know if I'm correct in this because I'm actually really curious. And and I need to know whether or not you say it's good or not, because I have a feeling that if it's not something that I have a clear-cut answer on, Bob will either send me something, or next time I see him, we'll have a plan involving orange juice topped pancakes. I've always been an extremely independent person, as you well know. Growing up, the only person who really made time for me was my nanny, and I didn't really have people I'd truly call friends. As a result, I'm used to relying on myself. You and my relationship with you has been the first time I've really had to take someone else's wants and desires into account. That is an interesting feeling. From what I can say of it, it's a very interesting feeling, or at least an interesting realization to come. Jake, I love you, and I love loving you, and I love our relationship. I really mean that. I know, and I love you too. But there's this part of me that's afraid of becoming dependent on that love, or on our relationship, or on you. Which is part of a relationship, like you are comfortable relying on another person. Which isn't just romantic relationships, like friendships are like that too. Like, if someone is your friend, there's a certain level where you're or where you should be or could be comfortable relying on them. I know that isn't necessarily fair to you because I feel in some way like I should want that, but that's part of me that's kind of terrified of it. Hence all of this. Aw, how cute. Widow Nathan is scared. You need mommy to give you a warm glass of milk? Oh, I forgot your mommy doesn't love you. And if you keep this up, I won't either. Nate starts to say something. Ouch. I'm not identifying with Nate. I'm not identifying with Nate, and my opinion on him has not changed. But Jake thinks that last barb crossed several lines for him, and he feels in some way responsible for it, given the speaker has his likeness. No. It's not Nate's fault his parents are distant, and it's not Nate's fault he's afraid of giving away his heart. Love is scary and hard and a series of compromises sometimes. We are scared too to fall in love with Nate. You know this because you're me in some ways. Oh please, I was never so pathetic. It's okay for him to be scared, I understand. And I'll always be there until he's not scared anymore. Until neither of us are scared anymore. Really not scared anymore. Of being a couple. Nate looks like he's gonna say something, but Jake Copy laughs dismissively. Oh, Jake, using his big words. You're gonna shut me up with them, champ? Nate puts a hand on Jake's shoulder. No, we're gonna shut you up, with force. I'd love to see you try. Oyo Arroyo Fever. Okay. Oh my god, Bob's evil face. I cook pancakes fast, so done. Same. I like deep fry pancakes. I don't have orange juice, but I do have apple juice. I don't think it would have the same effect, but I think that'd be interesting nonetheless. I think apple juice would be less bad than orange juice. Really? Is that okay? Yes. So yes, do it. Okay. Why do I feel like pouring this right now is like a crime? I'm sure somewhere it is. Okay, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna grab a fork. What do you deep fry pancakes in, Pat? Pure salt? Oh, you know it, baby. Me and that salt. And the streamers against salt. Club. Alright. So we have another fake Jake. So, oh wait, okay. Hang on. Helpful tips increase all allies' magic defense. Okay. We could probably use that. Let's go ahead and just use Shooting Star just to see kind of where everyone's at. Okay, these two are weak AF. Protector, protect the party by self-buffing with Protector. Sure. No, because you're already the target of this. That's right. You're already the target. Pining Heart. Relationship advice video. Let's go ahead and do it against Pining Heart. That seemed pretty good. Hand combat against Pining Heart. Is that not as great. Okay. Loud volume on Adam. That doesn't really do much. Small red laser on Adam. Burning Heart. Oh god, for real? That knocked out Chris? Okay, well that's not amazing. I don't love that. Adam, we're gonna go ahead and have you use that on yourself first. Let's go ahead and use blue laser against the Pining Heart. Then let's go ahead and use the Tree Branch on the Pining Heart again. Oh, that was a mistake. Yep, forgot about that. Green laser. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I don't like that. Don't love that. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and use a Band-Aid on Nate real quick. And Nate, you're gonna have to really up your game a little bit here. I don't think this is gonna go well. Nope. Okay. Sick. Okay. We'll go ahead and use that Band-Aid on Nate, which will probably help us get like 2 more. Yeah, I didn't really think that would do a whole heck of a lot now, did I? Okie dokie. Yep. That was a thing. That was a thing. Okay. I knew you didn't have what it takes, and then I missed what it just said about a threesome. OMG, I ate it. Was it good? This is why I hate soggy stuff. No, definitely not. Never try soggy pancakes. I'm gonna fix it with honey, because I still need to eat it, because I ain't wasting food. I hate wasting food. Honey and pancake. Honey and pancake is actually pretty legit. Granted, would obviously prefer maple syrup, but honey is a pretty good alternative. Like the best combo and a classic. Once again, maple syrup. Gonna throw that out there, but honey is a thing. Honey is a thing. I don't know, I feel like the apple, I would just leave like a weird taste in my mouth. I don't think I like a lot of like apple things to mix. I think citrus like is pretty good to mix with most things. Apple, not so much. All right, do we need to abandon our hopes of Chris, or do we? I think we do, honestly. We're just gonna keep, I guess, like our strong dream team and hope that you know, we're good. Okay. Jake, so let's go ahead and use blue laser on relationship advice. Oh, that's not great. Okay. Go ahead and do splash against Pining Heart. That one's better. Let's go ahead and do healthy tips again, or with Nate. Nate will go ahead and use a tree branch against the Pining Heart. I think it was well against. No, it was relationship advice. Okay. Okay. So we should, I take it, be using fire attacks. So I guess we'll go ahead and use that against Jake, which he's shielded from, but that's fine. Then we'll go ahead and use Splash on... Was it Pining Heart was what it did well on? Okay, cool. Band-Aid on... Is somebody actually legitimately weak? I don't think anyone's actually legitimately weak, so we're not going to use that one. We can use healthy tips, though, for Jake. That way we can kind of keep up there. Oh, wait. Haha, we're ready. Tree branch against relationship advice. There we go. Okay, that worked. That worked very well. Oh god, he's drunk. Okay, and he's drunk. Ooh, okay, they're going after Carlos now. That's definitely a thing. Why? Okay. Wasn't what I was hoping for. Flash will go ahead and go against Pining Heart again. Ready. Let's do health tips for Carlos. Or nope, not health tips. We actually need a full-ass Band-Aid. Full-ass Band-Aid on Carlos to help heal him a little bit. Oh, okay. Oh, what are you doing? Unit is damaged every action. Oh, he's poisoned? Cool. Love that. Oh, we don't love that. Okay. Pining Heart. About done there. No? Okay. Can we get one enemy out of the way, maybe? Oh, God, seriously? Nate, you're very self-destructive. I hope you realize this. Okay. Stream of water. Is that going to do anything to you? Nope, not really. Spiteful Jake. Is that going to do anything to you? Not a ton. Alright, and the whole handgun thing really ain't working for us. Really ain't working. Oh, I need some help. Yep. You're gonna have to kind of heal yourself there, buddy. Okay. Can you do something else, please? Oh my god, okay. Can we get rid of... Nope, we're not getting rid of anything. We're not getting rid of anything, are we? Cool. Love this. Long nap can remove negative effects, including drunken. Did you ever use character AI? In what way? Character AI? No, I don't think so. That's papu. Keep going. How? No. That's resistant against it. Alright. Okay. Okay. Okay, I need to actually look at fire. James, I think you would be useful to... Nope. Back it up. Hang on. Got it. Menu. Nope. Why am I doing this wrong? Why am I doing this wrong? Can I not back out of the party? Okay. Well, we're gonna take him because we need a fire. Enemy skill user. And I guess we can take you at least to trap a skill. Maybe? Then that'll boost you a little bit. Alright, Jake, let's go ahead and we'll use the red laser against relationship advice. Dan, I need you to do things. Go ahead and use that against relationship advice. Ready? Alright, we need you to use innuendo on Spiteful Jake. That way you can learn red laser. Perfect. That's really useful for us right now, actually. Am I wrong? Am I not understanding this? Okay. Blue laser. Let's go ahead and use that on the Pining Heart. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and use a tree branch against... Perfect. Okay, 2 tree branches is all it takes to get rid of a video. Good to know. That we will do. Push boundaries, we'll go ahead and use that on Spiteful Jake, which seems actually pretty accurate. Telepathy blocker. Hang on, what was it again? Set up a dampening field around one enemy to reduce its magic. Cool. Alright, I do feel like we are maybe about to lose Jake. But that's fine, right? Oh, hang on. I'm going to use the green laser against the relationship advice. Perfect. That way we can also use tree branch against relationship advice. And it's gone. Perfect, perfect. All red laser. Go ahead and use it against the pining heart. That way when James is ready, we can use phaser fire against pining heart. Why was that? That was still shielded? Okay. Not loving that. Right. Let's go ahead and use feed a Pop-Tart to one of your allies. Innuendo against Spiteful Jake again. Dang it, I don't think we can. Phaser beam, pining heart, yeah. And that's gonna just be what it is. That has to be what it is. Because he's gonna keep using, yeah, burning heart. Alright, and then let's go ahead and use... I mean, who's down? I guess we'll go ahead and use this for... Nate? Oh my goodness, okay. Phaser fire. How? Why are you doing this? I just realized. I realized I'm being a dumb. I realized I'm being a whole diggy dumb. Innuendo for pining heart. Let's see. Phaser. I mean, that's not going to do anything for us. Neither is the telepathy blocker. So we're literally just... Oi, okay. Oh no. Let's go ahead and do that against Jake. Heart of Flutter. Okay. I guess we'll keep feeding that to Nate while we can. Oh yeah. Grapple. Up our defense. We'll go ahead and use Pop-Tart. Give it to Nate again. See if we have like kind of a fighting chance. Oh no! Oh nope! That was gone. That was gone. All right. Oh well. I mean, on the bright side, Nate and James leveled up, and he learned diplomacy. Blah blah blah. You can try again later. You can't back out. You can go into combat and just quit. X is on the top right. Well, there we go. Let's go back to Q&A real quick. Oh, I wanted to mention, since Adam and I have been studying the enemies, I think we can build some pretty good battle simulation. Battle simulation? Yeah, think of it as a bit of an extra challenge. Have us study enough enemies with tricord scanner, check vitals, and we'll unlock some special combats for you. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, but these aren't regular combats. Think of them more as puzzles to figure out. Oh, that sounds more difficult. You're smart, Jake. I'm sure you'll crack them without any trouble. Okay. Wait, hang on. I can't do that because I haven't scanned anything because I haven't been using them. Alright, fight decorations and training. Go ahead and do an easy battle real quick. And let's go ahead and... Yeah, actually, I'm confident with that because I want them to gain a little HP. Let's go ahead and do shooting stars against everybody. Perfect. Unfazed. Being unaffiliated by events gives yourself cloak. Okay, I think I understand what that means. Either way. Diplomacy. Have some words with one enemy to reduce its attack. Paper ghost. Immune? But it's a paper ghost. Heart, a flutter, rapidly beating heart, deals small damage to one enemy and raises your magic. Okay, let's go ahead and try that out. That was actually a pretty good amount. Japan! Let's go ahead and do shooting stars again. Cloaked, that's fine. Let's go ahead and use tree branch on you. And then fire phaser? Hi, Dorian. Sure? Wait, for me? Then sure, yes. I would love that. Oh, well, perfect.
Strawberry, banana, and apple.
Okay. New skill, catchy tune. New skill, tactical strike. Okay, I could do this a little bit. However, smoothie. Yes. Strawberry, banana, and I guess apple? Smoothie. Apple juice. I hate everything. Yep.
It is opposites.
By the way, this is what Bob got me.
I didn't know.
What is it?
Okay.
Got it. Patrico is not a fan of the coconuts. What did you do? Pat didn't enjoy that. Pat did not enjoy that. Nope.
I'm sorry. I was.
Oh no, it's fine. I shouldn't. Oh, I shouldn't have been tipping. If I give this to you, can you go put the little marker thingy on it? Yeah.
I did.
I feel like I never know what to do with like different types of stains, because I know that there's like certain ways to get out certain stains that make other stains like last forever, and make them like 10 times worse. Oh, there we go. Thank you. It's a spin-off. Yep, that happened. I just use soap and water immediately. I mean, that's fair. I'm going to use this free spot. There we go. And I'm doing laundry tomorrow anyway, so that's perfect. Although I'm nervous to put this in the laundry because it fits perfectly.
Wash it some.
Okay. Oh, maybe I'll throw our silk in then. Oh, maybe not?
Bye.
Oh, good point. Okay. This smells not the greatest. It's supposed to be some kind of flower, but it doesn't smell like some kind of flower. Thank you.
More on you.
Yeah, you make a point. Let's do. I think I'm gonna do like 2-3 more battles and then I'll get off. I'm good. Cool. I want to get some people's to actually have levels. Fight decorations. Do another easy battle. We'll go ahead. We need Malik to actually have something at all. All right, and then Shooting Star. Pretty much we could just do Shooting Star, and it gets rid of a lot. Unfazed, sure, do the cloaking thing. Art a Flutter with Paper Bat 2. And then lip sync for you. Convince all allies to sing along. Give them singing along. And what does singing along do? Unit recovers SP when a song is used against it. Okay, good to know. Ready? Go ahead and use the tree branch against Paper Bat. And then go ahead and do a small red laser. And lip sync for you. On Nate specifically, because he's cloaked. And then do Shooting Star again, and that'll get rid of it. Victory! Fight song. My heart will go on. Oh, that's great. Alright, we can probably at this point get rid of Nate. And who's, I think, like the next week? Oh, Chris. Chris has like nothing. Okay. Alright, Shooting Stars. Great, great, great. All that's good, fine and dandy. Sing of lost love to raise an ally's defense and give it fire shield. Sing about self-empowerment to raise an ally's attack and give it earth shield. Let's go ahead and do that on Jake. Then let's go ahead and do the small red laser, and we can do that on the ghost. Little ghosty. Hand combat against the Paper Bat, why not? Okay. Then we'll go ahead and use Shooting Stars again. Perfect. Sure, we'll go ahead and do that again, but with Dan's now. Small red laser on the Paper Bat. And hand-to-hand combat on the Paper Bat. Good method is to always fist fight bats. That's the best extermination technique for them. Disarming strike. All right, perfect. Fight decoration training. Okay, you're at level 8. Punch about. What could go wrong? Nothing. Not like rabies or 5, 8, 8, 8, 5, 6, 8. All right, so I think we're gonna go ahead and put James back in at 5. All right, Shooting Stars. Good method. Disarming. Strike one enemy for small damage to remove a random positive effect. Sure, let's do Paper Ghost. Oh, never mind. He's immune. What a positive effect for him. Tactical Strike on a bat. Ooh, that worked real well. Right, and then we'll go ahead and use stars again, take out all but one of them. Oh wait, what is your Berserk? Unit is uncontrollable, randomly attack an enemy. Well, let's go ahead and just make sure that it's a strong attack then. Tactical Strike on the bat. I want to get everybody to at least level 8, and then we'll probably call it a night. Level show and save slot. Oh, perfect. Battle, same people. These are the only ones that aren't at level 8 yet. So, and we seem to have a pretty good method of getting rid of all of them. Fight song for Jake. Ready, tactical strike against the only other bat. And Jake. Shooting stars and bada boom, bada bing. Bavoom. All right. Go ahead and I think one more, and we can just get rid of him. Then tricord scan on a paper ghost. Sure, why not? Phaser fire against the ghosties. Immune? Okay. Perfect. I mean, I don't really feel like there's a way in which the next move doesn't take out this bat. There we go. Perfect. Everyone's up to level 8 now. Or is at least at level 8. Cool. All right. So then with that, I think we're going to call it a night. Yeah. Okay, good to know that there's like so much more with this that there is to do. It'll probably take a stream to get through it'll probably take one stream to get through each person, or like a person and a half. So this could be a good like couple weeks of streams to do. Sick. I'm gonna take that out of my ear so I can actually kind of focus. Yes, thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you for the raids and for the follows and all of the good things. Thank you, Bob, for A, the game, and B, the shirt, as well as everything else that I showcased tonight. I actually think I am just gonna call it here. I don't think we're gonna raid out tonight. Yeah, so I believe I have a short coming out tomorrow on YouTube, and then I should be back with Fallout on Thursday. Thanks, stream. You can also always switch down to very easy, which will make progress quicker. I feel like this is a good tempo for me, but good to know if I want to kind of speed through a little bit. All right, hi Draco. All right. Without further ado, I have to go spend time with my animal, spend time with my boyfriend, call it a night. So, yes, with that, I will see everybody on Thursday. Have a good night. I did not remove Glitch Kitten from everywhere. Hopefully I will have him all fixed and right as rain soon.